Well played.
The light shall burn you. Good game. You have bested me.
Greetings, traveler. I will hunt you down. Nature will rise against you.
Good game.
The fight calls me! Everyone! Get in here! Everyone! Get in here! Keep rocking, 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 keep rocking. I will crush you!
The light shall burn you.
Well met. Everyone! Well played. Get in here! Everyone! Get in here! The victory is yours. Everyone! Get in here! Everyone! Get in here! The victory is yours.
Whoops. I'm sorry. Whoops. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Whoops. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Whoops.
Hello and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Friday Night Fights. As always, I'm one of your co-casters for the night, Koroden. Joining me is my buddy, Doctorfeesh, and always on the op is Saku. Doctorfeesh, how you doing tonight, my friend?
I am doing great. I am excited. We just had some really cool announcements from Blizzard, and we get to cast some incredible Hearthstone tonight.
Absolutely. Feels good to be a Hearthstone player right now. Saku, how you doing over there, my friend on the op?
I'm crying, but I'm crying.
Crying.
They're juicing my girl Allura.
They are jacking up Allura. A couple nerfs coming through. Won't be tonight. We're thinking tomorrow. Those will be down the line. We don't need to worry about them tonight, though. What we do have to worry about tonight is some fantastic Hearthstone ahead of you. We've got 3 matches for you tonight. First off, we've got a Legacy quarterfinals match. This is the one I'm waiting for. You've got undefeated JustinTime from the Foolish Madmen versus urmumked from DadLegend. Both undefeated, both in the quarterfinals. Awesome to see. Next, after that, we've got a Hero Series. We've got DracoCatt from AskHS versus Hockey Boys from F2L Black. Then, to round out our night, we've got another Hero Series. We've got DasChronic from F2L Black versus Khell from AskHS. Doctorfeesh, tell me what you think of these matchups coming in here.
Whew. This first one is the match I have been excited for all week. urmumked versus AlwaysJustinTime. Watching my fellow Tavern Talk host get to play a match on stream. urmumked, who has gotten a lot of extra PR this season, almost passing his 1 seed at this point. We'll see how this week plays out. But this is the first match between these two teams in the series, so it's going to set the tone.
Yep. And don't forget, it's quarterfinals too.
This is quarterfinals, so we'll see one person's undefeated season end, but the other one is going to put their team in a position to move on to the next round.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. They're going to come out flying, like you said. They want to set the tone, and they want to set it right. Let's get right into these deck lists if we can for these two gentlemen.
Sure.
All right. So urmumked, he's bringing out Demon Hunter, Paladin, Priest, Warrior. After that, we've got AlwaysJustinTime bringing out Mage, Paladin, Rogue, and Warrior. So from seeing those right now, Feesh, what are you liking? What do you see? What are you thinking on bans?
Double Paladin ban.
Double Paladin every
Shut
time.
the
Slam
front
that-
door.
Slam that ban hammer. That's Libram of banned.
Libram of banned.
Yeah.
More like tip the bans.
Tip
Yep.
the ban. Yeah.
And you're correct. It is a double Paladin ban.
The way I
There
looked at it,
is.
and I just figured that neither of these lineups want to deal with the Paladin. Although Justin bringing the Mage could have gone for a different ban potentially, but yeah, nobody at this point wants to see Ramp Paladin because it can just cheese out a win, and that's not good for a player's mental unless they're fully prepared for it.
Both
You're either
players are ready to rumble. If you guys are
Oh
ready
my
to rumble.
goodness! Yeah, let's
they're
get right
ready.
into
They
that.
want
then.
to get at it. They want
Let's
to
go.
They want to duke it out right in the ring, right in the center of the ring. Haymakers aplenty.
All right,
Swinging from downtown to your face. Okay.
Who do we got first, my buddy?
Okay. So streaming. Sorry to select the. Geez, where am I at? Too much sugar. Your mom kid's gonna be the first to spectate.
All
So it'll
right.
be at the bottom of your screen with always just in time at the top of your screen.
Awesome.
Right, just let them know they are good to go.
Yeah. So what do you think they're gonna lead with?
It's tough to say with Legacy closed deck lists. I always like to hold off on Priest, but I've been wrong on that quite a bit. For your mom kid, you might see a Demon Hunter come out here. You could always. I like the Rogue coming out for Always Just in Time. Rogue has probably some of the best matchups, I think, anyway. Other than Paladin, I think Rogue is one of the strongest matchup in the deck, no matter if you're bringing low to the ground pen flinger, or if you're bringing weapon, or if you're even bringing, World Kick is still really good. So
Yeah.
So it looks like it's
that's actually
the strongest
what we're gonna
Avenger
see.
first is Rogue. Yeah.
we're gonna see Rogue Demon Hunter. So it'll be interesting to see what these decks do bring. Both archetypes or classes anyway that can go any which way.
And which way is that?
You've got a ton. You go left, right, ton. If you're talking Willy Wonka, you go diagonal in that elevator. Down, right, left, backwards. There's a 4D elevator in Willy.
There is.
Looking pretty standard Soul Demon Hunter from your mom kid.
I got a glorious spectator bug.
Oh no.
It's all right. Yeah.
And from Just in Time, looks to be playing like a secret rogue, possibly. Actually, could be definitely a secret rogue. Bring Cult Neophyte mixed into the match there as well, just to stall out some of those earlier game. If you get a druid sometimes, things like that. But so interesting, he left that in there.
I think it's for the. I'm thinking that's more for the priest.
Definitely
than-
hurt priest.
than
Yeah,
for-
absolutely.
And obviously,
Don't
druid
see a druid
not being
here, but
brought, yeah.
just kind of thinking,
I was on early Eldari studies. It looks like to get skull.
Yeah, that's another Illidari study, so it is playable. It's interesting he went with that skull because you're gonna have to play everything pretty much.
That neophyte turned out to put some work in. Excuse me.
Yeah, your mom kid could have elected the coin there to draw an additional card. Chose not to, and just plays the mana panther.
Couldn't use the coin
Oh right, yeah.
because of the
Cult Neophyte.
Neophyte put in
correct.
a lot of work. Spark Joy cheat getting put in. We see bamboozles in the deck. It's quite interesting. I have not seen what secret rogues have turned into right at this point. So
Yeah, Bamboozle is very interesting because this mana, it basically saves your minion. Obviously, you could low roll and it could still die, but a 2 mana becoming a 5 mana, I'll take that any day. So it's pretty
we're
cool inclusion here.
very likely to see Marrow Slicer here. it's just gonna be whether your Mumked wants to trade at all. But I think it's a smart move to just start attacking this rogue head on, because this rogue, I mean, a lot of what Secret Rogue could do, stuff like playing Blackjack Center. This Demon Hunter deck, you usually don't want to put a minion back in the deck because it has some form of effect that will go right against you. The other thing could be that you just bring him his own minion back. But looking at the hand, we have Ambush, Evil Miscreant, Blackjack Stunner, and a Bamboozle and a Secret Passage. Thinking about the Stunner to play the Miscreant for minions, I'm gonna put the Mana Feeder Panthara back in hand. I mean, that is a good card to bring back, because you don't really want to play a 3-mana 2/3 to draw. And this board is getting pretty big, but the Blade Dance getting picked up is absolutely massive.
Yeah, Blade Dance is going to be huge in this situation.
Yeah.
See what your Mumked elects to do. Has a lot of damage actually sitting in hand.
Does, yeah.
Still has the Twin Slice, has Chaos to draw. That is a Corrupted Soul Hoarder, so more draw. Just pretty much anything he wants to do here.
Yeah.
So he knows quite a bit about this secret. I think might be worried. Could he be worried about shenanigans, I guess, for Skull?
Yeah, it would be
it's ultimately
shenanigans, yeah. Gonna opt for the Illidari Studies.
I like Spectral here.
I don't mind Spectral as well.
Dreadlord is good. It can, if you can get it outcasted pretty easily, just start swinging. But Spectral is very free because we haven't played another Skull.
Oh, gonna opt to not play it. Okay.
I think he's still scared of that shenanigans.
I think... Oh, okay.
And possibly just wants the lower discount on a Skull. Because next turn he could actually Chaos Strike, Lucky Soul Hoarder, get that Skull on the far left, and play it for 4 mana. Having 2 mana left over on a Skull turn is quite impressive.
There has so your Mumked has to be thinking about. There's 3 different There's 3 different lackeys that 3 different secrets this could be. With the first secret being that it's either shenanigans, ambush, or bamboozle.
Yeah.
Now we know it's a bamboozle, but he does not. That Skull off the top, pretty nice.
Yeah.
Gets all the corruptions. There's 2 soul frags in deck, but they avoids every single one of them. Yep, that's really nice. So
silly dilly.
Looking at a potential 8, 10 damage to face this turn. If you go with Relentless and a Twin Slice, probably not what's going to get played. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Relentless Pursuit, or even just holding it off for a potential later play with Il'gynoth. Yeah,
you're not under a ton of pressure here. Both Secret Passages in Justintime's hand. A little unfortunate, obviously. You like to sometimes get that Secret Passage off the Secret Passage, but
yeah.
I mean, kind of looking like what we're gonna do.
Just go face, okay.
Yeah,
the Relentless Pursuit I like holding in case he does get a Warblade, a Warglaves. Or whatever that is. the 3-mana weapon. It's not Warglaves, but something else. Gets a Miscreant off the Secret Passage as well as a Feral Cat.
Yeah.
Has the option to go Feral Cat, or the with these 2 lackeys coming in, the Taunt lackey being really good, can taunt up and cause some issues. I'd like to taunt something outside of make something more than 3 health. Like, I would consider making the 1/2 a 1/4 taunt, but gonna go with the Witchy Lackey. Evolves into the Nameless one, and there's a lot of pressure now on this Demon Hunter to find clear. No, maybe a potential second Blade Dance, but Moore was looking for that Soul Shard Shard Shatter Mystic, and was unable to find it.
12. We had 14 damage out of hand there from your mumked.
Definitely needs to draw here in case
Yeah.
to look for some frags potentially. I mean, we don't see any over the top. No, we see a nitro boost, which is corrupted. So nitro boost we'll be able to get over the top stuff coming in.
Ooh,
Oh, there's the shard shatter, but it just costs 4.
turn too late.
This relentless pursuit is going to be used to clear off the 4/4, very likely. Although it's also going to get turned. He needs to put as much attack into it as possible, because this is going to turn into a 7-drop before being removed. So might also want to put a twin slice into it, honestly.
Yeah, he does elect to do that. Oh, still survives.
All right, that's game, and it's also taunt. Yeah.
Even actually just clearing off that 4/4, even if it died with the nitro boost in hand, it adds an additional 5 to the board. So Justin actually had an exact 13 on the backswing.
Yeah, needed to remove it, but even then it wasn't quite enough. Yeah.
All right. So with that, Justin taking a 1-0 series lead, getting that rogue through.
If that was. Oh, I want to say that's pretty favored for Demon Hunter. Not extremely favored, but the Soul Demon Hunter losing that, it has to feel kind of bad.
Yeah, I think you're hoping, if you were your mumked there, you were hoping for a world kick. Obviously, world kick deals a lot better when there's minions on the board, and that's the thing about Demon Hunters. It doesn't really play a ton of minions. It's really pressuring you with just natural attacking your face with the hero itself. So getting that rogue through is great. So just in time left with mage and warrior here.
I guess the Soul Demon Hunter is actually pretty. It seems like the Demon Hunter versus rogues are going a bit more rogue favored now. Yeah.
Yes.
So it's not definitely not the worst. Definitely was a good pickup for Justin to get that win in that matchup.
All right. What we're going to see here coming out from our two combatants. Double warrior. Love it.
Warrior, okay.
Bring it on!
Yeah, I am too. I kind of expected your mumkid not to bring out this warrior. If that is spell damage mage sitting up there, a lot of the time, depending on what type of warrior it is, you lose. You can't get armor to stay alive, even on your skipper turns. Spell damage mage does a really good job at just ripping stuff off of you. You know, sometimes they could play 2 arcane missiles for 12 damage. It's pretty nuts what they can do. So, but it's I think a good matchup. You're gonna see a full mulligan coming from your mumkid, and just in time is thinking about what he would like to do here. I think he's possibly keeping the risky.
Maybe,
that's what he's thinking about with the battle rage in hand, but definitely taking his time here.
We're not sure what warrior deck Justin has either. I'm a bit more confident that this is a enrage warrior from your mumked. Seeing as inner rage was thrown back in the mulligan.
Looks like a double enrage. Is that what's going on?
Yes, this is double enrage. So it's a mirror.
So
and it looks like your mumked's in a bit of a better spot.
That means it's
with
like
his
a 50-50.
hand.
It is.
It is a 50-50.
It's who can draw their stuff better.
More
with an armor smith and a risky skipper and a mercenary in hand. It's pretty good for your mumked.
Yeah, your mumkid can stall out quite a bit easier and also clear off just in time's board, especially with the coin, can just get that 1 mana advantage. Sword Eater off the top can be very nice for a play next turn.
Yeah.
Especially with that Nitro boost in hand. That could be a huge turn 3-4 swing.
Exactly.
Oh, we have a Bomb Warrior.
Oh, wait.
We have a Bomb Warrior coming out for just in time. So.
Okay, it's just a different variant of Bomb Warrior. That makes sense. It's very interesting. Throwing a boom in this deck. I mean, the weapon's now so important, and no bomb being no weapon at this point is pretty bad.
Yeah, this is kind of the way Bomb Warrior goes for you. If you don't get your Corsair's catch or your natural Wrench Calibers, you're kind of feeling bad. You get a Nitro Boost Bomb Wrangler turn from your Mumked here. Feels pretty nice.
I think, honestly, I think you go Warmaul Challenger, you Nitro Boost the Warmaul, and then you just hit face. But the Nitro Boost Poison can be placed in either spot, but I do like it on the higher health minion, because it's more of a threat.
Incorrect. It's more better.
Definitely a stickier minion than the 2/5 taunt.
For sure.
I'm gonna see just a cutting class for 5 mana.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean, that's what you gotta do. This deck is this is
what?
like this is
Is this highlight? No, it can't.
This is high. No, it can't be Highlander. Double Battle Rage. But I'm so confused. If Justin wins, I'm asking him about this deck.
This is almost like just like a control ETC bomb.
I don't know. It's like a warrior deck trying to do everything.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
Ooh,
just a risky skipper Armorsmith turn, gonna be able to cutting class off the top of that draw. Double Blood Boil coming out for next turn if he so chooses.
This looking good for your Mumked.
Wow. Yeah.
This looking real good.
And now on the side of Just in Time, you can't really skipper your guy back. He's gonna go for it. Gonna gain the armor himself.
Yeah.
You hate to see this.
No, this is really bad.
Oh, this is.
He kind of has to go for this specific play though, just to limit
draw,
the damage.
But it would give him exactly the 10 cards. Yeah.
Yeah, he knows. Unless he draws unless he can't really draw unless he had Inner Rage in his deck and could draw the Inner Rage and play it. But at this point he's taking a hold on. No, not yet. But it could have there was a chance.
Let's just scared of Brawl here. You can double Bomb Wrangler, make those brutes cost 0 and completely take over the board.
Could just go double brute regardless. Honestly.
Yeah, no, for sure. Just there's a lot of efficient use.
I might even. I guess you don't want to use the second Armor Smith, but boy,
yeah, not until you see that other skipper. But your Mumkid's in such a commanding position right now.
There's such a good spot. Could opt to use one of the mercenaries with a Sky Raider potentially as well. But you would probably Sky Raider to see what you get.
Yeah, see what you can do.
But just gonna debate how to play this out. We got an Armor Smith. Yeah, he wanted to get the other Armor Smith out there. It's just so much armor. You're trading off, and you're keeping an Armor Smith on the board that has to be answered. There is second brute gets milled. There is no Brawl in the hand of Justin. I doubt this deck runs Brawl if he has so many packages like this. Yeah. And
I mean, again, putting that second Armor Smith down, it nullifies a second skipper turn that Justin could make.
Yeah. And
and as we know, if there was a Brawl, Armor Smith always wins Brawl.
Yeah. And at this point, it's one turn. Your Mumked will win this next turn if there's not enough armor gained by there's not enough armor gain down here. But there is armor. There is enough to get some good armor gain here.
He could definitely gain his own armor. That's for sure.
It's just your Mumked's also gaining armor.
Exactly. For every tick of armor Just in Time gets, he's pushing your Mumked that much further ahead. So
yeah.
Wonder if there's a Zephyrs in this deck as well.
There probably is a Zephyr, honestly, with the way that this deck plays, but
see a Sky Raider.
He's gonna go for a draw, and he's gonna
overdraw here.
No, he won't overdraw. Oh, he does. He concedes. I guess he miscalculated his draw speed. And he milled the Wrench Caliber. Man.
Alright.
Now your Mumked knows what type of deck this is.
Does he?
Yeah, because he would have seen the Wrench Caliber at the end.
That's
so he knows
very
there's a wrench.
true.
So he knows there's a wrench in the deck.
Yeah, so I guess he can assume Bomb Warrior,
He
but
knows
then
he knows it's some weird amalgamation of Enrage and of
Well-
he doesn't know because I think a Brute got played, so he probably is thinking it's Bomb Warrior just with an added Brute.
yeah, Brute's just good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I wouldn't be
Especially
surprised it being played in a bomb deck.
in a mirror matchup when if your opponent is using those skippers, your Brute just costs less.
Yeah.
All right, what are we gonna see here? We're gonna see your Urmumked coming out with the Priest, just in time coming out with the Mage.
Okay.
Swapping it all up over just in time, looking like a secret mage here, and your Urmumked, that's kind of standard. Priest.
This is a control priest.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it's probably not Highlander.
It's difficult to say. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what cards come into hand.
Again, can't really tell.
No, can't. I don't know if Nazmani's running a lot of Highlander
Ooh,
priest.
big
decks or
top
not.
deck. Really strong top deck by Just in Time there.
For sure. Let's look. Ooh, Secret Keeper. And the one thing about that I learned, because I just played this matchup essentially as the mage, and if I'm Justin, I'm just throwing down the Secret Keeper and say try and kill me, like, because
you just try and deal with it. Secret Keeper, obviously one of those cards that can just spiral out of control.
yeah,
Very similar, I guess, to the Battle Fiends. Not exactly the same, but it's one of those must kill early minions that it's easy to kill, but if you can't, it can get pretty crazy.
the thing that makes the card very crazy, and I really like that pickup of a Pexus Smuggler.
With Game Master and a secret in hand for turn 3.
Yeah, this secret mage is gonna get some work in, and
I don't know if you want a Game Master here. I really like the Apexis
no.
Smuggler.
You play Smuggler, but then you have Game Master with Fair Game next.
Yeah,
time.
no, he's just kind of mousing over. So
sure.
Yeah, there we go. Here we go.
Yeah. There's only 2 lines of play there, and none of them were Game Master.
Because in the mind of Just in Time, you didn't kill my Secret Keeper, so are you going to kill my Apexis? So either way this goes, that's a pretty good pickup there for your Urmumked.
Yeah, he's gonna have some good ways to answer stuff.
Eventually.
Yeah, for sure. It's an eventually, but now can also opt maybe for a. I think you actually go. He wants to go for the goes for the RFG. The reason being that. Wow, you actually just pull another one. I think you might even you might even go for an Evo here, and
Evo's tough because you're filling your hand with rigged fair game
just
stuff.
take a second, so you just take another RFG.
I think so because Priest is not really going to go face too often.
And Priest isn't, but Priest also can play minions, so maybe you might want the Blizzard in case. But I do like the rigged fair game choice.
Yeah. Gonna take fair game
for sure.
Also buffs your Secret Keeper. So
yeah. Interesting thing about this deck is that a lot of the minions play around Soul Mirror very well, because a lot of the minions are 2/3s, or they don't necessarily. They have 1 more health than attack.
Right, they get Soul Mirrored, they survive.
And even though the priest has a board, they can just trade off or whatever. And that Cabal Sticky Fingers is not going to get played this game very likely. I wouldn't mind seeing a coin Cobalt Spellkin here to try and find some 1-mana spells. But your Urmumked is gonna go for the coin heal.
He just wants to set up a Nova for next turn.
Yes, you do want to set. He wants to set up that Holy Nova, but in the Rigged Fair game does trigger, but it's not the end of the world. That was probably expected, honestly. And also using the coin to look to potentially trigger a counter spell, also good to do for anybody who goes against a secret mage.
Well, a lot could happen for Just in Time here. Wants to play a secret first to really abuse that Game Master passive.
You can go.
And then you could
Master
Kieran Tier.
Yeah.
Emptying 3 cards and drawing 3 cards seems good, but just wants to respect the Flak Master.
Okay, go Flak Mage.
Ooh, Fireball.
Yeah, you could take Fireball here. It's the best pick.
Oh yeah.
You could potentially like because of Pex's Blast is just so much extra mana compared to a Fireball.
So on the side of your mum kid sees a new secret get played and really has to think, I can't, like, the Holy Nova getting counterspelled here is disastrous for him. Obviously, we know it's not, but
it's just debating if
it's a lot to think about here. Facing down a board of 10.
Yeah, this Secret Mage is just so good against this type of priest deck. Because of the type of secrets it plays, like, yeah, it's just so good.
I wonder.
What is Alun's Will indeed?
Yeah, I mean,
I think at this rate, even if it's counterspell, you just YOLO that
just
Nova.
You just go for it. Yeah,
Bang.
Removes a lot of the board. You trigger a fair game, and yeah, Justin gets a lot of cards in hand. Wow, including Jandis Barov, and I am going to be very surprised if anything but Jandis Barov gets played this turn. But there are a couple of two minions here you could go for other stuff, but Jandis is just so much of a board swing.
Just seeing the Holy Nova come out too. Gets a Waxadrid and an Anka.
Waxadrid and an Anka.
Very, very good. 5 drops.
Yeah. I expect to see Spelkin this next turn for your Mumked. But it's just gonna speed up to Justin which one he wants to pick as the Mirage. I mean, they both had the same amount of health. It just depends on what he wants to do.
Yeah,
like, there isn't a right or I don't think there's a right or wrong pick here.
No, because on the fact of Waxadrid, you don't know. Like, obviously he comes back, so he's probably the better one. But at the same time, you want to be pushing 7 to face.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he did select Waxadrid there. I think Anka was left up, so we will have to see.
Yeah, see, and our screens don't tell us in the client which one is which.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah, the Radiant's coming in really good. There's 17 damage. Wow! Imagine if there was more mana, the game would be over right now. He has 17, which means that Justin is not too far off of lethal.
You got 23 with that fireball, 24 with a ping, so 1 off lethal there.
I think there isn't more than one type of secret, so going to go with the inconspicuous rider.
I think you're hoping for a counterspell here.
Yeah, and that doesn't trigger the.
Does get the counterspell.
Yeah, counterspell doesn't do a whole lot until next turn.
We have many.
But the Kirin Tor Mage coming in.
It solidifies this game and really gives Justin time the opportunity to push.
Yeah, it's just so good. And even with this Wave of Apathy in hand, I mean,
it's just gonna get counterspelled unless you bombing first.
I think
okay, but it's just
I might have Lucia'd here instead to hold him from being able to kill me for a turn.
Well, you Wave of Apathy gets countered, then you Lucia, you're dead on board, and he's dead anyway with that.
No, I mean you could still do some other combination where you just get to play Lucia to hold the board off. Like you could play like Sephic Veil Weaver plus Embalming, but yeah. Justin goes up 2-1. We're now in a situation where Justin is just down to his warrior deck.
Yeah.
Your Mumked still has the priest and still has his demon hunter.
I think you're seeing that priest come back out personally.
Probably
with a warrior up there, especially with that spicier version we saw at JustinTime.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that if this deck that Justin has draws well, it will just shut out the Priest, but Priest has so much heal in the deck that it's just possible this Priest out heals the Warrior. I definitely like to see it back. Cool, we do indeed see it back. We've got Raise Dead, Galakron, and Renew with decent start for Justin, getting Battle Rage, Risky Skipper, and a Blastmaster Boom. I think the only card you keep from there is the Evil Quartermaster, honestly. All other of those cards you want to be drawing later. Even the Battle Rage. I mean, there is a way, there is some world in which you might keep Battle Rage, but just Quartermaster is the only thing you keep here. You're playing Priest. There's no reason to keep anything besides the Quartermaster, because Quartermaster is just really strong on 3. All right, we see a full mulligan actually, and we get what looks like Sky Raider, Bloodsworn, Horde Pillager, Broomstick. This is such a weird deck. It's trying to fit so many decks into one. I'm wondering where this deck list kind of came from.
I think this is a just-in-time special.
I think so too.
You're right. It is trying to do a lot of things.
Wow, and we see
Gotta love it.
We see an ooze.
Thanks.
That ooze is gonna possibly be the MVP of this game, man. I mean, it's not. I mean, there is probably obviously more than one weapon and a Horde Pillager, but I mean, just only getting one bomb in and then getting it ooze is gonna feel pretty bad.
Yeah, and I mean, from what we see here, I still think this is actually the Highlander deck coming out of your Mumked. Like a Breath of the Infinite.
Potentially, yeah.
We see the ooze.
Well, Infinite. I think you just drop Infinite here.
Here, yeah. No, but I do think so. So these bombs, whenever Just in Time is going to be able to shuffle them, Priest usually has a really good time at controlling Warrior.
Yeah. It usually just out heals the deck.
But yeah, this could spell disaster for your Mumked.
Maybe. Highlander Priest doesn't mind seeing Bomb Warrior, though. It's one of the Highlander decks that doesn't rely on its 2 Highlander cards all that much. But I mean, Zephyrus is always good. Always good to have and not really be messing around and like have bad situation. Oh, that. Yeah, I like the penance. And there's nothing else to really play here. He knows this is a warrior, so he's gonna hold the ooze. In any non-weapon matchup, you definitely could just play the ooze there. We're gonna see a coin green skin. Justin's just going full tempo.
You need it.
I mean, you got to play the tempo out here. It's just really good, and it's not answerable here. Not for a couple of turns.
I actually think if obviously your mom can answer this, Justin's been flicking around at looking at a Inner Rage Bloodsworn possibly.
Play, yeah. So I mean, you could just go with the Nova plus Holy Smite. It feels really bad, but it would be a full clear of the board. And this is the way that this deck has heal and damage, and I mean, you see even like Hysteria and everything. I think that I mean, obviously, Justin's play, he wants that to be the play. It's just up to your Mumked to decide what to do, and he opts for nothing. And so that's going to, and the cutting class off the top, actually making Justin consider playing it. He wants to draw and draw his weapon as fast as he can, and he does draw it. He draws the wrench. So the deck is going to come online a little bit here with bombs.
Yeah, and with the Horde Pillager in hand, the Swamp Ooze is going to kill one swing off of the Caliber, but it's going to come right back. So
yeah,
did its job for a little bit, but then Just in Time is going to be able to swing again. I don't know what he may be thinking of.
Oh, well, last turn he couldn't go Holy Nova Smite. Of course, this turn he can go Holy Nova Smite if he wants.
Yeah.
But I don't.
No, he could have. He had 5 mana last turn.
Oh, really? He's 5 mana.
It's still Justin's turn. That's why you're confused.
That's why.
And your Mumked actually floated 5 mana last turn.
Yeah, right. He did float 5 mana. I was looking at it wrong.
Looks
Is
a
he-
little awkward, but yeah.
Yeah, he's just. I guess he was thinking about other stuff. In that,
Right.
well, this Mind Flayer Carge is a pretty nice pickup. He's just gonna Carge and heal. I think you gotta play the bomb. You gotta play the Wrench Caliber here. You go Wrench Caliber, and you're just gonna deal a lot of damage to face here. This is gonna go 8 to face with a bomb going into deck. Ooze will come out very most likely. And there is still more that could be done. You still have especially with Nazmani.
Yeah,
going into
I
hand.
like a Nazmati turn here for sure, especially with Holy Smite, and you
Smite.
can still Swamp Ooze behind it.
Yep.
You might
You
be
can
able to
keep
get some
the-
good discounts here.
Yeah.
It's also a big utilization, I guess, into Nazmani. You're really only getting the proc off of Holy Smite.
Yeah, for
You
right
don't
now.
want to. Hysteria feels really bad because
Yeah.
you have the chance just to kill your Nomani. So, but electing to possibly go for it here is your Mumked. Yes, he does.
It's gonna go with Nazmani. There's a potential that the Ooze does get discounted.
Ooh.
Does not. It gets
Nova.
the Holy Nova gets discounted. And we're gonna trade here because there's gonna be a 5/4 now on the side of the Mumked.
Green skin of his own.
Yeah.
Here,
and
here,
now this priest is gonna have some chance to go a bit offensively. However, there's a broomstick here. And if Justin thinks that he needs to start going less, if he thinks he needs to start going and getting rid of some stuff, he can always he could have opted for something that involves using the broomstick, but not going to do that.
So I think we are just told, Sako, I think you were trying to say this here. The nerf has gone live.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing, and some people are
Yeah.
encountering, and some people aren't. So we'll see.
So we might
this
have to
match
have a
is, this match is unaffected by it.
Right.
yeah, no paladins here. Double bans coming out,
Yeah.
so unaffected by that Allura going to 5 mana.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's something, I guess, also with the
So-
patches, a bunch of battleground stuff comes out. So
Yes. So I expect to see Sethic. Maybe you trade the Nazmani into the 2/3, and then you
Nova. Yep.
Holy Nova.
Heal it back up to
But he's
full.
gonna Holy Nova first in case the Blood Weaver discounts something good.
Ooh.
So just gonna now this is where it gets a bit offensive for the priest. They sit with 10 on the field, and this warrior can't clear all of it. As far as I know. I might be wrong. There looks like there's quite a lot of stuff, but with only 3 procs of the risky skipper.
That was an error.
Ooh, he's gonna skipper bear off. He's gonna opt to skipper bear off this, but he might have wanted to play bear off first and keep the skipper alive. Battle Rage coming in, only 2 draws, but does get a really nice card here. He's probably gonna opt to not swing because he just drew Krastenov. So we'll see what happens.
Animated broomstick.
Yeah, you just slam this. You definitely play the Galakron before hero powering here.
What do we get? Another Mind Flare. All
Another
right.
Player card. All right. So this is pretty good for this isn't bad at all for your Mumked. He's got quite the board possibility. He's got a new minion coming every turn. I think Justin looks maybe in a better spot just because he's got a lot more in hand to play with. And especially getting a Twilight Drake, a 4/9 Twilight Drake's real nice. It plays so well around Soul Mirror. And Hysteria.
Oh,
Do we?
it's a tough decision. You have things in your hand, I guess, that you want to play like your Soul Mirror,
Sure.
but when you see the bombs, do you really? Oh man, do you really value a Soul Mirror and your Veilweaver here? This is a very difficult decision for your mum kid here, seeing if he wants to do a Lucia or not.
Yeah, I'm guessing I'm guessing he's deciding on a Lucia.
If you're hero powering, I don't think you're
I
going to
don't think he's a
Lucia.
Lucia. No, he's not playing a Lucia. Very likely. I think the problem with putting a Karge on a Twilight Drake is that it just becomes a 4/1 when it respawns.
Yeah, you feel real bad.
But there really isn't a great play at this point.
Oh, it's almost just like a pass turn. I don't know. Yeah, he's going to Karge.
He's just gonna Karge and play Fool.
Play a 3 mana 4/3.
He's gonna get on the board.
Oh, even gets the Veilweaver out. I think, yeah, just wants to empty the hand for the Lucia the turn after.
Sure. Now Justin has a lot to work. I think he's lethaling here. It's over. It's over. He has more than enough to lethal here.
Your flaws are your strength. Your flaws are your strength.
He just has to make sure he just has to play the broom now. Yep. That's game.
Got it. Gonna be dealing 6 a turn, or 6 every time one of these rush minions attack. Already got 12.
But he
four to face.
But he just gets enough because of the fact that the one minion went face.
Oh, I mean, he still has.
Yeah, he just goes face with the weapon.
15 more damage out here. It's,
Wow.
Yeah.
So the deck just got through.
ETC makes it happen.
That's such a weird deck. And I guess that's a 3/1, so we get to ask Justin about this deck.
I'm calling it three-way warrior. That's what I'm calling it.
3-way warrior. I agree.
That's a spicy deck. Like,
But yeah.
Because, I mean, that's in a Rage Warrior with ETC with just with a couple of bomb cards, essentially. It's that the bomb cards definitely not necessary, but definitely really good.
I mean, kind of sealed it up there for him, you know. Wrench Caliber just pushing 3 and always a chance of drawing 5 damage, being able to Bomb Master Boom if you want to.
Yeah, all right. Justin's is good for the interview. I'm just going to go ahead and add him in here.
No. Yes.
No, Saku said no. Can't do
it. Justin, what's up?
What's up, Justin?
Congratulations.
So we like your 3-way warrior. That's what we're calling it.
Yeah.
I cannot take credit for it, of course. But,
sure you can.
That was quite a spicy warrior deck.
Rank 1 legend with it. Yeah, I mean, the idea was to try to be good against Res Priest, then he didn't bring it, so.
Yeah.
But it helps when you draw your combo in the top 18, and
yeah.
I didn't see his hand, but it seemed like he didn't draw much.
He didn't have a lot. The turn before, he had a Lucia the turn before, and I mean, you can't plan for that deck to have enraged parts of Wrench Caliber and an ETC combo in there, but
yeah, I don't think the deck is very good, but if people don't know what they're playing around, then sometimes you can cheese wins.
Yeah, that is what we call.
I kind of built my lineup in theory, and then I had been having a lot of work in classes and hadn't been playing all week, so I just sat down this afternoon to scrim some games, and I kept losing. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm in too deep. Let's just hope I get lucky.
I definitely was wondering. I was definitely thinking that deck wasn't gonna get through if it didn't beat the priest.
Yeah, I mean, 7-0. I was doing too well. I figured I should try to get into World to give everyone a fair shot. And unfortunately, Hearthstone's a wicked game and just gave me my good cards anyways.
Sure. I mean, you still navigated it well enough. Like, if I had that deck, I'd just be like, oh, what do I do?
I'm so annoyed because I set it up for 2 turns. That Skipper Baroff turn. I set it up the turn before, thinking about playing the Core Master, saving the Lackey there, and I'm like, okay, this is great. I'm gonna do it the right way with Skipper, and then in my head is Skipper, and I play the Skipper first, and I draw 1 less card off the outrage.
Yeah, I knew you wanted to play the Baroff first. Or you went to Baroff first before Skipper. Yeah.
And yeah, I guess first game, I didn't see his hand at all as well, but he must have gotten incredibly unlucky. It's not often you see Skull and a Demon Hunter have a full hand, but them not be able to play any cards.
He chose to hold a lot of the cards.
He had a lot of damage.
He actually hit Yeah, he hit Reckless Pursuit for 0. He hit Il'gynoth for 1 mana, and he also hit the Spirit Jailer, which we saw, but chose to hold on a lot of those cards to possibly go for a huge Il'gynoth turn, but kind of bit him in the end of it.
I mean, that hand was extremely clunky. I mean, there was a lot of damage cards, but your board was so wide, he would have had to deal with it, and he didn't draw Shard Shatter until it was over. So,
yeah, I was gonna say all he needed was 1 copy of Mystic or like 1 Eldrachi, and then he was fine. So
yeah, he didn't find Eldrachi. Oh, he didn't find Eldrachi, and he got the Shard Shatter, and it was 4, and he had 1 mana left, so that wasn't happening.
And he got absolutely bamboozled.
Yeah, in the bamboozle. I mean,
yes, what a bamboozle indeed.
Yeah, if he
play it on turn 3, does nothing the entire game. Oh, okay. I guess when I had lethal, they still have lethal when it triggers. Okay.
Yeah.
He even invested the additional Twin Slice, assuming you had the bamboozle, and still got absolutely wrecked by it. Just surviving, but you did have the lethal on the backswing. With the Nitro Boost Poison in hand and weapon up. So pretty well. Pretty done. So you are the last undefeated in playoffs, I believe.
Yeah.
That might be so. You have won the Mr. Python. No, that's Teal.
No,
that's,
Mr. Python is hero. Yeah.
So yeah, that must be nice to feel. Last undefeated and getting your team off to a really strong start.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, certainly playing with Darion makes it a little easier, smurfing the 2 seeds. I don't think I'd be undefeated if I went up against the lineup of 1 seed that he has. So,
yeah,
combined with some good fortune like tonight against a good opponent like your Urmumked.
Oh yeah, your Urmumked, even himself being in the 2 seed is just powering up, almost taking over on Azab as the 1 seed there. So, just goes to show the extent that guys have in Hearthstone and everything like that. So, congratulations on that win, and congratulations on getting that first W for your team in the Legacy playoffs.
Yeah, thanks. I think Diamond was playing an era before me. Is the results of his match?
I don't know. If the
not up yet, so I'm saying that you have the first one because you did it first, and I saw it.
Let me check something.
I saw Diamond was in the chat.
No, Diamond's still playing his match very likely, unless they're in their final game now. Because Clarity is
it started late in our server.
Yeah, because Clarity is live streaming on a 10. He's doing like the 10-minute delay live stream of their match. So
there you go. Well, Justin, any final words before we let you go here?
To all the people who bet against the foolish madmen out there,
me.
I hope you're
happy. I'm happy. I'm happy for you.
Yeah, I mean, still a long way to go this week.
Yeah, but I mean, if Diamond wins here, you get the win. It's pretty tough for DadLegend to come back.
Yeah. Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy in Yellow Dart. Really.
Yeah, I think every team, it would definitely not want to play your team in playoffs. Yeah. I mean,
all right, perfect. Yeah. Well, thanks for coming on, Justin. Again, congratulations and good luck in the rest of the in the series and in Legacy, bud.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Justin. Thanks for being on stream, buddy.
No problem.
Take care.
Take care.
All right, so we're waiting for hockey to get matched up for DracoCatt. So
yeah, just waiting for them to play their match here. We will say that the expansion did not the expansion. The patch went through. So we are going to see.
So Vol'jin is legal as a card now, as well as Allura being a nerfed card.
So Allura is now from 4 mana to 5 mana, so not going to see too many of those spicy wand maker turns. Actually, both Draco and Hockey Boys did not bring Paladin this week, so we don't even need to worry about that. But at our match after that, Chronic and Khell have both brought Paladin. So that's a spicy thing to watch out for. Do you think we're going to see the new card? You think you're going to see Vol'jin coming through?
Probably not, honestly. It's so new. I doubt that any of these players are gonna be like, I want to spice my deck up and put this card in.
Man, I heard Khell was talking some mad stuff in the Discord. He's loving it. We wanted to make sure he could play it. So
Sure, Khell.
You might see Khell thrown in there.
We might see it from Khell, but I don't think we're gonna see it from anybody else.
It's all right.
But Khell likes his memes as well.
No problems.
We all love a good meme every so often. So yeah, I assume both players are probably just getting their stuff ready and they're
not close yet. So
just waiting for Draco there to add B as well, but that's all right.
I mean, we are still 10 minutes off from their usual start time, so
we could cut through these patch notes a little bit if we wanted to. Is that all right with you guys?
Give her.
I mean, really, the only thing is the Allura for standard.
That's just Allura. We got some battleground stuff for anybody.
That's why I said that's the only standard change. Everything else is battlegrounds.
Yeah. So coming out, Dark Moon prizes has ended. So no more Dark Moon prizes at the end of those 4 turns. And the big Khadgar change, I think
I'm glad to see them go away.
And the big Khadgar change that I think everyone was excited for is that instead of checking for triples after a minion is summoned, all minions will now summon first before any triples are generated. So that's obviously the Khadgar with the Alley Cats or Khadgar with the Murlocs. So you can't get those triples as easy or anymore. They're going to check first, ask questions later. Another big one is Yasharaj. Actually, his hero power being changed from the added minion to your tavern tier to your warband and keep it on your board. Now you summon a minion from your tavern tier and you get a copy in your hand, which I think is an amazing buff to that character, because now those battle cries don't die in your hand, and you're essentially saving a mana or a gold. So pretty impactful there. We see Elise going back from 2 to 3 on her recruitment maps, which I think was a absolutely necessary buff or nerf.
Just send Elise back to where she was.
Yeah. King Mukla, your big banana drop is now increased to 1 to 3 or 1 and 3. So that's for you there, Ron.
Mukla bananas. We love
Mukla bananas.
We love our Ron.
Akazam Zarka. Sure.
Akazam Zarak.
Can only discover ice block once per game. So no more getting ice blocked multiple times and sneaking into those top 4s if they want to. And Alistra, gone. Alistra the Immortal has been removed.
It makes sense. A lot of people were calling for her to go away.
Yeah, it was a pretty cool way to
I don't think it was that over. I don't think it was that super strong, but I guess they can remove it if they want.
It allowed a lot of big taunts to get through because your poisonous really just you took 4 attacks before you could hit
it created a weird state where poison just wouldn't matter at that point. So I mean, like I said, I think it's good that it's going away.
Yeah, no, it's definitely better, and a lot of minion changes. Rabid Sorreless going from a 4/2 to a 3/2, but it gains a 1/2 now, so definitely a nice buff there. Wax Rider Togwaggle is a 1/2 to a 1/3. Yoho Orger, a 2/5 to a 2/6. Molten Rock from a 2/3 to a 2/4. Arm of the Empire, which I'm actually thinking is really nice. Whatever friendly taunt minions attacked, you give it 3, and it's now, whenever it's attacked, permanently gain 2 attack. So that's pretty spicy there. Allows the taunt to continue through. Champion Yasharaj goes from a 2/2 to a 4/4. Junkbot drops down to Tavern Tier from 5 to 4. Thank goodness. And finally, Khadgar's Apprentice from a 3/6 to a 4/8. Good to hear. We won't run through the duel. There's quite a bit there for duels, but it's not a game mode I am very up on, so I don't know how it impacts the game very successfully.
Yeah. So just a quick update for our viewers there. We're just waiting for DracoCatt to kind of throw out some invites or accepting friend requests.
I'm sure he got he added me.
Did he get you, Koroden? Okay, cool.
Koroden as well.
So they're
we're just waiting for them to probably
Do
just
bans.
do bans, I guess.
Get their
They're-
bans and stuff
They're
done.
preparing to battle friends.
Oh.
This match has a lot. These next two matches have a lot of playoff implications. For Hero, especially if these matches kind of get split, where AskHS and F2L Black are both very close to the playoff race. Where I think this whole thing is going to come down to how well these two teams do. Comparatively, because No Pros here sitting at 109 is kind of that benchmark for if any team wants to get over the hump with it, they have to those teams have to get more than 109 points. At this point, only looks like probably maybe 2 or 3 teams that can eclipse that point as a.
Well, AskHS is at 109.
Yeah, but I
with
mean,
the win here,
like F2L Black and AskHS should both get over it, but then it's down to a Gungan and Tampams and DadLegend, because DadLegend and Tampams could swap places potentially if their weeks go if their weeks say DadLegend just doesn't win the rest of the week, Tampams could pass them. But right now it looks like Servants looks out of it right now. Because they got 11 points so far, but they're splitting the points and not winning all the match, not getting at least 3 wins at this point, guaranteeing a week. I guess if they win this week, they'll get the extra 3 points, could put them in, but it's very unlikely. And a Gungan has so many points to get as well. Going against Tonk, it looks like.
All right, you guys ready for the bans?
I think so.
Let's look at the classes.
All right.
So we've got Paladin Priest. No, sorry, Demon Hunter Priest Rogue Warrior versus Druid Mage Rogue Warrior. I'm gonna say Draco bans the Mage and Hockey bans Warrior.
Draco don't want to see. Yeah, Draco don't want to see that mage. Hockey. I think the rogue might be gone.
Okay.
I think the rogue with the druid mage. I think that rogue's gone. Maybe. What do we got, Saku?
We got double warrior ban.
Double Warrior. Okay.
I see.
Well, Hockey's mage is maybe gonna have a nice run here. We'll see.
Yeah. So for our spectators, there we got Hockey Boys on the bottom of your screen.
Cool.
First to spectate for our casters, and we have DracoCatt on the top. So I'm going to get the players to get rocking and rolling, and yeah.
Cool.
So just to remind everybody at home, this is unlike the legacy match you just saw. This is last hero standing. This is our hero series. So if you see a deck and it is beaten, it is gone. Unlike in legacy where you win with a deck, it is gone. So in these matches, you can really just see a person play one deck. You know, you could see Draco stick with that Demon Hunter 3-0 and not see anything else come out of him.
Yep. Well,
Just
I want to see what type of Demon Hunter DracoCatt brings.
DracoCatt is the Demon Hunter man.
He is he is one of the best Demon Hunter players in the game. It's the class he plays a lot on stream. So I'm very curious to see what he brings. Dropping the demonic Illidan, 1K Illidan.
Oh yeah, gotta flex on him.
Yeah.
Hockey
Brings
boy
out-
showing a little new.
Wow, ooh, super low to the ground. I like it. Aggro Demon Hunter from Draco. Looks like we've got an aggro, probably an aggro weapon warrior or aggro weapon rogue from Hockey, very likely. Am I getting a bug? No, I'm not. Okay, both players. The game was just being a bit slow.
There we go. I see Draco's cards finally.
Cool. Yeah, he's got brought an aggressive deck with Silt Steppers, Khell. So I'm quite excited to see how this plays. Guessing he'll probably just opt to either Illidari Studies or Hero Power. Gonna use the Illidari Studies. Wow, gets a Crimson Sigil Runner. I think you would want to pick that and play it.
They will never catch me.
Yeah. Ooh, Kane in the deck. I like it. This is going to be a face race, this game. Looks like.
Possibly thinking of beaming here, but I think Felfire is not too awful. It's interesting to see if he has put Altruist in this deck.
Oh, there's probably an Altruist in this deck for sure.
Yeah. So if he can find that Altruist, we'll put a beaming play here just to be able to fight if that Sigil Runner doesn't get hit by a weapon, and then that protect that 3/1.
Yeah.
I see the second sneaky come out here from Hockey Boys, and just a hard pass.
Yeah, don't want any of the minions to come out of stealth quite yet. Especially if we see something like, especially if we saw like Deadeye come out. Now there's a potential because the rogue, while it will not like to trade, will have to trade a little bit here, just to clean up maybe the 2/3, if anything. But we're gonna see an instant Grey Heart Sage. Hockey Boys playing fast here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this deck that he's playing is, one of the only. I mean, this aggro DH is it can be just as fast, if not faster. But I really like this play from. I really like this deck from Hockey Boys. It does have very good sweep potential. See, he's got one more. He's gonna debate whether he wants to probably trade into the 2/3 or go face. I like trading there. The 2 minions can't trade into both.
Oh man, Wriggling is a nice pickup.
So Wriggling's a good pickup here. It actually
McCain.
It would allow for good trades here. I think the Kane is actually pretty good here because it can trade into the 3/3. Yeah, pretty well. And then just left with a 3/1 and a 1/3 on the board that have to get dealt with.
Actually, like on that option too, he could Felfire Deadeye into a Wriggling and Hero Power as well. You'd be able to create some like 2/4s, a little bit more of a solid board, because with these Prize Massive Plunderers in hand, it's how you lose the board, and the rogue can develop easy tempo. So.
Yeah. All right. We saw Worgen Infiltrator with a Swindle and a Prize Plunderer to remove the Kane. Felfire Deadeye gets played with the Wriggling Horror. All right. I don't know if I would trade here. I'd probably just go face if I'm Hockey or Draco after I trade. This is really awkward for Hockey Boys because he hasn't drawn his self-sharpening swords yet. So he's gonna have to play some of his damage to not actually clear. Gonna opt to leave the 2/4 up and just go face with the 2/1.
Yeah, it comes to time when you're the rogue where you have to decide if buffing a dagger is going to be good enough. Yeah. And sitting on a cutting class in your hand with a deadly poison and a nitro boost, I think you're safe to do it.
Yeah, you are. You're safe to put it on a dagger.
Play a cutting class for free next turn.
And you still have one copy of. Sorry, go ahead.
You can just play a cutting class for free next turn and definitely amp up your deck with the stealth minions.
I agree. Gonna see the Eldraki, but no swing. This is the aggressive Il'gynoth version of the deck, or as it's been called, the Ilgro deck. Gonna offer a Swindle first, okay? Because you're still gonna get to play the Nitro Boost Poison. Could Okay. Hockey's gonna have to straight off the Deadeye. Gonna get the Fellfire Deadeye out of here. You don't want that minion to stick around. It's just extra free hero powers, and you don't want that. This deck at this point already, though, the Stilt Stepper is very likely to draw something playable at this point.
Oh, very playable.
Which means that we're gonna get an Intrepid with extra attack. That's gonna heal a lot of damage. This deck is gonna start putting on the works and getting damage in on this rogue.
Baby, gets.
I think this is going to very quickly turn into a bad time for Hockey Boy, as Draco's going to take us with the Demon Hunter. However, it's not over yet. Not over yet. This deck can definitely fire out some damage. It's gonna play some Penflinger stuff. Gonna get a 0-mana cutting class here. I might have.
I mean, this Penflinger is gonna do work.
It's removing everything's getting removed here, probably almost.
Can't.
Found us Nitro Brute Poison.
Yeah, just counting to make sure.
Gotta remove that 3/2 if you're gonna. Gotta decide how you're gonna do this. You want to remove at least one of them.
Counting to make sure he's got enough mana to keep Penflingering and continue to draw more. Unfortunately for him, we do see quite a bit of damage in the hand of DracoCatt. Able to clear the whole board.
Able to clear the whole board and then just drop a sneaky.
Push a hot 12.
Yeah. I just think
we'll see what Stilt Stepper gets us.
So yeah, but Stilt Stepper should get a playable card, so this is over.
Ooh, yes, that does get us a card.
That's the thing with this deck is that that for Hockey's it just doesn't have obviously any heal, so any bit of like Aldraki Warblades in that deck and eventually the Demon Hunter just gets through. So that is 1-0 for Draco. The Rogue, we will not see that again. I don't know if we got time for a quick update, but I was told the score of Diamond's match from Diamond himself. Told me that it's now 8-2 for Foolish Madmen, meaning he took a 3-1 victory over Clarity. Yeah. Yep. Diamond he did message me and on the Discords.
You asked for
so shout outs to him for winning his match as well. Congrats. And now Madmen one match went away from taking out the defending champs.
Ooh, Hockey actually bringing a Highlander mage here.
Yep.
Getting a very good start with the Imprisoned Observer and the Flame Ward in hand to deal with these early boards from DracoCatt's aggro Demon Hunter.
Mm-hmm. I've seen
Draco got a good hand himself.
I've seen a pretty good, interesting version of Mage that's Highlander that runs a bit of the secret package in it. Like it's kind of like a Highlander secret mage-ish type of look. Not like it'll run all the secrets, but it'll in stuff. But it also just runs like the good cards for
none of those bad ones, just the good ones.
It runs the good cards for Highlander. Because that's been a lot of the problem for Highlander Mage, is that a lot of the cards you run in it, are just cards that aren't that amazing, but they just fit the deck just enough.
Yeah, you play your Karhut Defenders, your Bone Wraiths, things to stay alive that aren't exactly the top tempo. Definitely not your Highlander Mage of old, when we had Jaina and Lich King and things of that sort.
Yeah.
Pretty explosive
Reno.
term.
Yeah, Reno Mage is quite a
Reno Mage of old. Yeah.
Reno Mage was a great deck. All right, and it gets the ice barrier here. Opts to not play it. I don't blame him for not playing it. This rigged fair game very likely to never trigger this game.
I think Draco is always whacking face here.
Yeah, it's a card that's really good for triggering stuff like Cloud Prince, though. If the deck does run something like a Cloud Prince, it's a good card to get it for triggering because it's probably never going to go off. But we will very likely see the Observer here. Potentially the Flame Ward would have been a potential play as well. But I like this. Is going to play out the Ice Barrier to keep them healthy. But this Observer mix combined with the Flame Ward is very nice.
But Draco kind of has a decision here does he want to play these minions that are bound to die to the Observer? Gonna test the secret first to see what he's got.
Yeah, I think that
Relentless
Pursuit might be the best play here. You deal 5. Break through all the armor. The interesting thing that comes with this situation is that this Deadeye is still alive. So I mean, I guess we're gonna probably see the Flame Ward this turn, because it's just such a good board removal tool for now, to get rid of most of this board. And now Draco might decide that it's better to once again test. He's correct in testing for Flame Ward. That was what he was testing for both turns. Because he figured that this board was probably going to get Flame Warded, and now he has the ability to go ahead and play like Companion, and he can commit somewhat to the board, but he's going to commit maybe the Il'gynoth, which I actually would like to see.
Oh yeah, you're not going to commit any these Blazings and these Fiends are
no.
Dead.
You just play Il'gynoth, yeah.
Only one playable card in your hand right now, and
well, yeah. If you don't want to float mana, you don't play those little cards. You just play Use-Struck Il'gynoth here. You can't get removed right now. However, I think Hockey's best play is just to go ahead and drop the body of Cthulhu. One of four Cthulhu cards played.
Created by another card.
Yes. Indeed, it was created by another card.
Ooh, wow. Aldachi Warblades picked up.
Yeah, Warblades is a nice pickup, but it just means that he's gonna be able to remove the minion essentially, because he'll have to hit in both of the minions. Yes, Hockey will still take.
Pushing 6 to
damage.
Yeah, that's very impactful.
Yeah, I think Kartut is the way to go here.
And Draco is really digging now.
Yeah, at this point, it's just trying to dig to find the damage, because this mage deck is going to be able to it's going to be able to get down the rigged fair game. It won't. If the rigged fair game could have been put down earlier, which it really realistically could not have been, then it would have been able to possibly trigger with no damage being able to go face, because Kane hasn't been drawn. But same time, there's a lot of damage here. You can play the Battle Fiend and try to build that up. It's just there's not a lot of hand for Draco, but most of what Draco most of the draws that Draco's going to have from now are going to be playable, and that's not the case for Hockey Boys.
Totally playable, but you need them to be impactful in this sense.
Yeah,
just gonna keep healing. Ooh, Heart of Cthulhu's actually not the best draw there.
No, it's
Inconspicuous Rider gonna come slamming down.
RFG, yeah. Gonna opt to ignore the minion. I don't think you want to ignore the minion there. Yep, you definitely want to trade.
Inconspicuous doesn't pull another secret, so those are the 3 secrets in the deck for Hockey Boys.
Okay, so there are decks that run like counters. There's decks versions that might run counter spell as well. So very likely this deck also runs a ring toss, which will be able to get corrupted with what's in the hand. So
yeah, Draco kind of digging here, hoping for a pull cat into a skull turn at some point to refill his hand.
Yeah,
Spectrals maybe in the deck, but just looking for some way to fight his way back into this deck.
There's quite a lot of good cards in this deck that can be drawn to give some extra juice. But
Rick Fair game gonna be
right now, the Rick Fair game is gonna pop off, and that's really good for this Highlander mage. They are now at equal. He's sitting at equal health with a board state that could easily change. And wow, look at these draws.
Reno, water.
It's just a matter of what card you want to play, and think Reno is the best choice.
Oh, biggest minion, clear the board.
Yeah. He had more mana. If he had more mana, I would have told him to play. I would have said play out the Hecklebot and then Reno, but cannot do that now.
Ooh, skull pickup by Draco.
It's blazing.
Is it a little too late?
Blades.
Wow. Okay.
No, it's not too late now. There's quite a lot of damage, but he's also contending with 10 there, and if there's any bit of burn in this deck, which there might be, but it's gonna heal pretty well. It's gonna heal pretty well, but the Hecklebot coming out, though, Khell coming through would be massive. There's Khell. And yeah, he doesn't even have to trade. He just goes face.
No respect.
That is really good. That is how
that is get
Draco.
A silence here.
Well, yeah, could get something,
Does
but
not.
gonna. I think the Fell Blade is really strong
is
here.
Very nice. Be able to double trade and hit face again.
Sure. If I'm Draco, I might want to preserve my. It just depends on if I want to preserve my minion over preserving my weapon. Because he's gonna double trade with the minions, keeps Khell alive on full health or on 2 health, and now can push a decent chunk of damage and heal. But Blizzard will just be able to freeze this board, and Combustion's also pretty good here.
Hey, I got you, friend.
Combustion not quite as good now, but he's gonna opt to go all in on this turn. Gonna heal 7, deal 7, swapping health totals with 13 on board. Minion Destroyer is there. Draco's going full. He's going full face. Hockey is gonna Blizzard, gonna ping, and says,
"What you got?"
It's checkmate. There's no way that Water Elemental sticking was so big.
But a Ringling.
Yeah, there was nothing that could have been drawn to win the game there. Unless there was like the off chance that you ran like an inner demon slipped in the deck.
Hey, you can never say
even
never,
with that,
man.
it was when your
Can't
face
see
is frozen.
These deck lists. You got to let them play it out.
No, I mean when you're on 1 health with a frozen face and a frozen minion.
Never say never, my friend.
I mean, what is there?
So with that, Draco's Demon Hunter getting banished. So he's going to be able to come out with a brand new deck here. Hockey Boys, that Mage Highlander style coming back for him. Draco is going to...
Warrior Band makes a lot of sense for Hockey now.
Yes, with this Highlander Mage, definitely makes a lot more sense. Might have even seen, obviously, we saw the Rogue from Hockey. The Druid is still a point of contention. Seen a lot of Highlander Druid as well.
A lot of me just wants to see the Rogue because I don't want to see a Highlander Mage versus Priest. Those games are so long.
Depending on the type of Priest, it's a tough one to say who takes it out.
Yes.
Rogue is, again, it depends on what type of Rogue.
Yes. I'm just saying for my sanity, I don't want to see a 40-minute match.
Well, you know what? If he wins here, you're going to have to see it anyway.
You're going to see it anyways, I know.
So, there's a Swampoos pickup. Very good.
We see a Keyword in Ivory in the deck. It's thrown back. Got the Swampoos. I'm probably going to quickly learn that this is very likely a combo World Kick deck, based off of the include and potential play of a Foxy Fraud from DracoCatt here. Good to see Cthulhu activated, put in the deck. And we get an early Swindle, so I would not be surprised to see Foxy Swindle on 2. And as for Hockey Boys, Armor Vendor in hand, very likely to play. Just to put some armor on the Mage. Both classes obviously really liking the armor, but the minion on the side of Hockey Boys, can chip the armor away over time.
Draco has decisions. Foxy Swindle is obviously a huge tempo play. possibly thinking of the Cult Neophyte. I can't imagine you'd be thinking of anything else.
Yeah, I think it's either Neophyte
might want
or
to save the
that, but I
Foxy
think
for
next
the
turn.
Yeah, saving the Foxy for the evil miscreants.
Yep. Just gonna have to ping the minion once and go face.
Face is the place.
Yep. That way the 3/1 can't trade. Can't trade perfectly into the 3/1 for value trade.
I don't think you're ever. I don't think he's trading for 3.
No, but it also helps. But it also helps Hockey Boys trade that if he wants to make the trade.
Wow.
This turn gonna probably see
Conspicuous.
either conspicuous or I thought maybe a combustion as well, but not gonna go for that.
Able to pull the Flame Ward out of the deck, so trade off, not give too much into it. Gets another Foxy fraud into hand with that second swindle.
Yeah.
Test first.
Draco's gonna test, very likely here. Yep, he's gonna test, and it's gonna die, but the 3 damage was dealt. Alright, we've got Titanic Lackey and Draconic Lackey and a DracoCatt. There's quite a lot of good stuff here. Could go for the Foxy Swindle first, obviously. I think that's a good play. Let's see what gets drawn. We get a second Eviscerate and World Kick Master. So if I don't think
hand.
I think now I just don't think you play any of this obvious, and there's no reason to Eviscerate here with the World Kick. I would rather see DracoCatt and Titanic Lackey come down, or maybe just both lackeys. It's up to Draco what he wants to do. All right, Evasive Worm, Fairy Dragon, and Deathwing, the old Deathwing. Because there has been a new one announced, which is exciting. But double Lackey here, gonna hold off on even the DracoCatt. And that's a nice card for the Mage. We're just gonna see probably a trade and a potentially a Bone Wraith. Yeah, just gonna put a nice taunt in the way, save some health for a while. Pickup of Questing Adventurer.
Pretty dead draw there on the
Yep.
the Defias Ringleader.
Yeah.
Going to be looking to play a DracoCatt next. Clear up his board, but Hockey Boys has a nice coin Reno
15
coming out for him.
$15 million is generous, mummy.
15 million. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me.
I'm doing a brushy tunic guessing, so. So, he plays the cat, then it's generous, mummy, automatically.
Oh, I don't want it. No, it's going to be that big, the big
7.5, yeah.
Oh, you think of the other mummy, the Tomb Raider one.
Yep.
Warp Golem.
What's the guy?
Nope, doesn't play it.
Go for the mummy.
Okay, that's good. There's no rush. I was gonna say there's definitely no rush to play the Reno here, because you want to. I thought maybe Jandis there, but also at the same time, knowing there's 2 minions, Jandis is just pretty much a sitting duck.
Ooh.
Gonna go for the
Backstab's a great pickup.
With the questing off of a backstab draw. Gonna be able to go backstab, Defias, and Mummy. Let's see what Mummy gets.
That's Cat.
Or the Cat gets. Cat could get Grim. That's
Shot
a
bot.
shot bot. That's a nice card. However, it's perfect Reno amount. That's 10 on the board. That is every minion gone. That is
take my payment in Bitcoin.
That is definitely a sad rogue right now. Could with the Evasive Worm in hand can get rid of the Reno. Because of the backstab pickup. Could also go backstab Eviscerate, but I think the Eviscerate you want to save now, kind of just to go face or to wait for a second World Kick at this point.
Backstab Evasive seems to play. You leave a 5/3 untargetable on board, and Hockey Boys doesn't really have a great play. Just gonna Jandis most likely.
Jandis coin out the barrier. I think that would be just fine.
I think he's saving coin, honestly. For turn 8, he can coin an Alex out.
Coin out the Alex, yeah.
And mediocre minions. Gorobashi is always really fun to see on Mage because you can just ping it. And
I think you just
5/6.
I think you make the 4/4 definitely because of
yeah, we do see the coin ice barrier.
Yep, the coin barrier is nice just because if it gets triggered, just because it. I don't know. All this mage wants it to do is survive against this rogue deck. It has better late game than this rogue.
Yeah, you're not really facing down a lot. I'd really like to save it for an Alex and give yourself more to do the turn after.
I mean, Alex is usually a turn 10 play anyways.
It can be, but when you're in such a commanding lead in a game like this, rogue. Really, the only way out he's looking at is for secret passages here. You've seen a world kick. You've seen
Test and he gets it wrong.
Oh yeah, that was
right.
right.
So now Gorobashi will get the hit face for quite a bit. Well, no, he's just gonna opt to eviscerate it because he has to at this point, essentially. I mean, we're looking at two decks that are quickly facing down. Well, I guess you can opt to hero power. I would trade the Jandis actually. No, you can trade into either one because Jandis can't get shadow stepped.
You hit the 4/4. It's a 4/4.
Yep.
Yeah, you take the damage.
It's bigger than two. It's bigger than a 2/1.
Yeah.
You do that.
I mean, they're kind of the same minion, especially if they're just gonna trade anyways. But this one has less. Yeah, Hecklebot is really good. Hecklebot takes and brings out Prize Plunderer, and that is a very nice pickup. That's a very nice pull out by that Hecklebot. Because Prize Plunderers, if something happened and they were able to start popping off with Plunderers, it would not be fun. And at this point, Hockey is in firm control of this game. With the Hecklebot on board, with the Water Elemental. All the damage on board is 7, there's 8, so it can clear this Hecklebot, but you trade your whole board in for it. That's the thing.
Ooh, does not feel good here for Draco to full trade. Gives himself a 2/1 reborn on the shop block, but
Just
elemental
dagger.
sticking.
Yeah. Draw of Body of Cthulhu. Alex is the play here for sure.
Double draw, big old whelp. Let's go.
That is actually really good.
I think that's better than getting any big minion you could possibly hope for.
I mean, there's some other better dragons, but I definitely agree that this is what this mage deck wants is some draw. So I definitely like it. There's some really bad big hit. Like there's some bigger statted dragons that you could hit. But big ol' whelp is just kind of a sitting. It's like 10/10 with 2 draws, and that's insane for 2 mana. So, 1 mana 5/5 drawing a card, quite good.
Especially with Cthulhu being in the deck, you got 2 pieces in your hand. It's just this is gonna close it out.
This Maw of Cthulhu is just Maw Body is. You could just go Maw Body, honestly.
Oh, I mean, you're gonna draw here.
Yeah, you're gonna draw at least. You're gonna draw both, but I think Maw of Cthulhu goes down on the 5/5, takes it out. Just don't even worry about it anymore. 8/8 has to unfortunately trade.
Draws last, which is it's not bad. Just you could have fireball. You could have rolling fireball.
Yeah, you're right. But
this 8 damage feels
drawing
feels
first.
so
The ring
good.
toss comes to the hands, and it gets corrupted by the Maw getting played.
Well played.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knows it's done.
He's just dead.
There is 21 damage. There's 21 damage on board. He's gonna preparate and he's gonna concede. Concede. Unlike coin conceding. But it's similar. And Hockey Boys goes up 2-1. This Highlander made putting in work. But we gotta see the priest now.
That's it. You didn't want to see it, but you're gonna see it.
Yeah. We'll see. Because
better strap in, Feesh. Get your
strapping myself in. This is gonna get this is gonna get crazy. But the one thing I like about this Highlander mage deck, especially bringing it against the priest lineup, is it has Cthulhu. And I like that. It has
Yeah,
Cthulhu.
that's kind of the mage's unfortunate downfall is it doesn't really have a way to clear out the game. Cthulhu obviously
You asked for it.
giving you those options of just way more removal and also dealing 30 damage to the face is very good at closing out game or to a board.
This is Highlander priest.
Does look like that, so
'Cause
really drawn out and value oriented game.
Yes, and just to give a hint, that the Volpera scoundrel tips me that it's a Highlander priest. I would like that's the only way I can ever say that because again, there's so many classes that have varying deck types. Unless this deck just runs Volpera anyways, and it's just a regular deck. Because I didn't keep track of if there was a Draconic Studies in the hand to start. I don't think there was. So
No, there was not.
okay, this is a good opening hand for hockey. He has Zephyrus, he has Astromancer Solarian,
Fairy Dragon.
Ooh, I think you take Fairy Dragon here. I think you're right. If it was later in the game, I would have taken the Proto Drake. But this early in the game, you just take the card.
Fairy Dragon.
Go Mally. Mally all the time.
Mally.
Sure, Mally on a deck that doesn't have fate, that doesn't deal face damage.
Hey,
It can kill a board. Yeah. If it's classic, we'll get ready. Here, we'll start having all the crazy stuff that used to happen. Solarian's a good. You want to play Solarian here because you don't want it to get taken, essentially. So I think Volpera is the play here. It's good because it can.
Palm rating.
Yeah, you take palm reading or
Spirits.
auspicious here.
Spirits. Do spirits. Do it.
I mean, you can take either. They're both
Got
fine.
spirits in his head.
I mean, auspicious spirits would be fine, especially because this
Spirit
deck
in the
runs
sky.
stuff. Runs
Where
stuff
I
that.
wanna go when I die.
Little Canadian.
Hey,
right there.
yeah.
Well, I mean, Norman Greenbaum, I like that song too.
Yeah, it takes the palm reading. Going to be able to discount a lot more in his hand.
Yeah, it's good.
Obviously,
The insight getting corrupt is also really good. But you're right, that was the better play.
Yeah, Spacious is the nice one, but doesn't get corrupted for quite some time.
Yeah, you're right. I thought it had to be palm reading, or it just depends on how greedy Draco wanted to be. And palm reading's already it's like greed. It's greed, but it's like
now this is the ultimate
like
greed.
control. It's like
Mind
greed, 'cause
control
you
is the ultimate
You know
greed.
it's working.
Give it.
Yeah, mind control is your absolute ultimate greed.
That is the.
Yeah,
it's golden. It's thick.
I think honestly, I might
It's-
take Dark Prophecy over Draconic Studies here, but Draconic Studies is also really good.
Yeah.
No way. Draconic Studies is a
100%.
0 mana spell. Get you more stuff.
But I mean, Dark Prophecy is 2 mana. Is 2
Look at
mana
that.
for a card with 3 extra health. So that was the greed pick, and the Draconic Studies pick was fine, and the best pick.
Yeah, I think Draconic was the proper way to
5.
do that.
I think you go for the Twilight Drake just because you're gonna have a lot of cards.
Yeah.
It's the same way,
And
really.
the 3 mana card, 3 mana Twilight Drake is nutty.
They're highlighting Chrono Breaker right now.
They are, and
Yeah.
I mean that's just
Default. Default
It's probably
mouse
just
wrist.
where he has his mouse.
Yeah. Oh, he did take
Takes
it.
a Chrono
Okay.
Breaker. Okay,
I'm not so sure I like that pick over the
He does have a
over the
dragon in his
Twilight
hand,
Drake.
so
Yeah, he has the dragon in his hand, and it's actually a little bit stickier.
ooh.
pulling the Pyro. That's a good pull. It's just not the best.
You can start Stelwicking with a Renew in hand.
Sure.
That's gonna be
There's Veilweaver is in the hand. It causes you
not
right?
much. Could actually just Chrono Breaker.
Yeah, I don't think there's much of a
Chrono
reason to
Breaker
do anything
Room?
with your Pyro right now.
Honestly, kind of a bad draw for Hockey Boys off of that Pyro. Pyro is, I guess, really you're just looking for it to be an apotheosis hit.
Mhm.
Hockey
Oh
is
yeah,
not
it's definitely an Apple
really
hit.
looking
Just-
to
yeah.
do much with it.
Yeah, I mean that's a good pull for hockey because it prevents stuff later in the game. Gonna opt for the full clear with a broomstick here. Because you can just hit with everything else, and then you have your Volpera to go face essentially.
Ace is the place.
So
How? And actually has the raised dead, can just get the
Yeah, can get it
pyro
back if you want. Probably gonna hold it off for another turn. Just can play raise dead whenever. Gonna coin out card tut or a Reno. Yeah, coined out the card tut, which is pretty good.
it corrupts the ring toss, so we can see a couple secrets come in next turn. So yeah, Sethic Veilweaver is gonna come
Oh
out.
baby, here we go. 6
Sethic
mana to
Re-
deal
Sethic-
with
Sethic Renew.
Ooh, silence.
Silence,
Ooh.
my Lanta.
Oh, my Lanta.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think you just take it. But
Oh yeah. You've got those other 2 cards in hands.
Sure.
And a Holy Ripple. What else we got?
Oh, another.
Ooh, that's where the chain dies.
Raised dead.
The back of Broom and the Fairy Dragon, actually. Broom's very nice.
We could see a fairy broom here, honestly, potentially, but I think we're just going to see a heal.
Getting a Broom back is it's so impactful to be able to trade over. Give anything you want, rush.
Yeah, but that's why you fairy. That's why you play your fairy and your broom here and you rush in and pull a minion. Because now
I don't think you need to.
Yeah.
You're not scared of anything.
The raised dead being gone though, you're free to trade into the Sethic and go for the Reno here. Your 3/2 does take a hit, but it already attacked this turn, so it doesn't really matter if it dies. Now he knows. Now Hockey Boys has a hint that there's Murazond in hand, or Murazond or Dragon Queen Alexstrasza. Probably guessing that this is a Highlander deck based off of the Volpera being played.
What is Elun's will?
Let's see what our potential plays here. We have I don't think you want to Soul Mirror this. Could go for like Holy Ripple Nova maybe.
You just pass.
But also Hero Power Passes is a potential play.
Is Elun's will?
So
not being threatened
gonna go into a turn where you can merge on anything that gets played here. So I wonder what Hockey is gonna go ahead and play. That's pretty good. Gets a Flame Ward, plays Ring Toss. I would take Rigged Fair game for sure. And that was a very quick snap on a counter spell. I might have wanted to pick a Mirror Entity in case of a Murazond. That way I get an 8/8 on my board as well. I don't know if there's a Mirror Entity offered because I mean he snap picked every single one. Hockey playing so fast.
Megan's going to determine if he too wants secrets.
Yeah, I think you do. Even though your opponent can play around him, like getting all the cards that he played.
This tells you what the one secret he got was?
No, it doesnn't tell you what any of the secrets are. They're actually completely random.
No, the Flame Ward was out of deck.
Oh yeah, no, Flame Ward's out of deck, but the other two.
That's what I said. It tells you what the Flame Ward was, but it doesn't tell you what the other ones are. But it actually gets a Vaporize and a Spellbender.
Yeah,
So the Vaporize is going to feel a little bad if this Armor Vendor goes in. Oh, actually going to test for a Flame Ward first. Knows he has it, but then gets hit with the Vaporize.
Yeah, it happens. But generally he's just gonna
what about?
So he's gonna well, that's gonna get Spellbendered. He's gonna learn very quickly that gets counterplayed very well, but pretty okay. Still okay here. Yeah. The Murazond living is really, really good. Gets shows barrier. We're gonna see all the armor almost completely popped. The Flame War gets triggered. Gonna go for Lazul to see what's 3 cards in hand. Wow, he gets a Jantis. That's nutty. Yeah, this is why this matchup is so crazy, because you just, I mean, like, they're just gonna start
really good minions.
Yeah, I mean, this could just come down to essentially Jantis difference.
I think you teachers pack this for sure.
Yeah, you probably do. Because Ogremancer's pretty good against
There's
this type
the
of
Alex pickup for Hockey
Yeah,
Boys.
but yeah, he's not going to go for that though. He'll ping off he'll very likely ping off the 4/5 just to test. Ooh, A-bomb's pretty good here, but A-bomb deals with a lot of the board. But in Ross, you don't want Ross to die necessarily.
Just Ross deals with the board.
Yeah, Ross. So
gets a poisonous Viper or Emperor Cobra on the backswing.
yeah. This it just depends on how Draco wants to deal with the board.
Still has to pop this counter spell. Is the issue.
I don't know if he knows what secret it is, but
Probably has
he's tested for quite a bit, right? We know it's not mirror entity. We've seen Flame Ward. We've seen a armor up
and a rig fair game in a nice barrier, and so it's just determining.
Knows it's not vaporized
he
because
he should know it's from deck. So he's seen all the deck stuff. So he has to guess if it's. He has to get. Well, he would have had to guess if it was the RFG or the rigged fair game or the other.
No, the counterspell actually came from the ring toss.
Oh, it did. Okay, I thought it was from deck for some reason.
Oh, gonna mind flare a Raj of his own.
So
Combustions, not bad, but we're probably gonna go for the Twisting Nether here, or the Flame Strike actually. Flame Strike will put potential. I don't know if the.
It'll put a 2/2 on board.
I don't know if the 2/2 trigger. Oh, 2/2 triggers
it does.
first. Does trigger first.
That's good.
So that's a full clear. There's now Ross Frost Whisper on the board. There is no spell damage for this deck though, but you can see Zephyrus in the hand of DracoCatt. So palm reading is going to be used first. Going to look for something. Psych. I think you take Psyche Split here.
Actually, be interested to see if you Zephyrus there first and palm reading, because if Zephyrus gives you the Pyro, you could easily discount your Pyro. But obviously, Psych Split onto this rod
I don't think he would give Pyro there.
If he hits face and sees 10 at a Zephyrus on a lethal, for sure.
Oh, okay.
That's always a Pyro.
Cool.
Well,
I think that this is a hope prayer. Gets yeah. It
had a little more time there. Verenius was a very good dragon.
Yeah, it's just you couldn't play both dragons, so he had to know that it was over. So the Highlander Priest gets through for DracoCatt, meaning that Hockey Boys has only his Druid left to play now. There has been generally 3 types of Druid decks played recently, which is Token Druid, various forms of Token, Highlander Druid, and Guardian Animals. So we'll see what Hockey Boys brings to the table against his Highlander Priest. Highlander Priest pretty. I don't know how it is
with a Nourish in hand. Kind of looks Highlander-esque to me.
Well, yeah, Nourish. I think it's Highlander probably.
So that is Hockey Boys bringing the Highlander Mage and the Highlander Druid. So we shall see.
It's a good deck, the Highlander Druid. I think you would just opt to put everything back but the Wild Growth. No, he wants the fast ramp. I see indeed.
Well, yeah, you can Wild Growth into 4, and then you can Lightning Bloom into a Nourish.
Yeah.
And you know, as a Highlander priest, they're not really going to be pressuring you that much.
Then the Moon Touch getting corrupted with the Nourish will be really good.
Gonna play a Scales with no dragon in hand. That's
Oh yeah, he's second thinking that.
yeah.
I'm glad he didn't play it.
Yeah, Druid can. Oh, there's a Gur to pick up, which can be pretty explosive.
Yeah.
Nope.
Later on in this game for sure.
Oh, gets the Twilight Drake pickup.
That's pretty good. Can go for
now the Cleric.
Can go for the Cleric of Scales now.
Thinking.
He might opt to just
gonna hit him with the BM. Oh yeah.
He's gonna hit him with the heal.
There you go, Draco.
There it is. So Elysian Enlightened has been played. Gonna coin out the wild
speaker.
Point out the speaker. Yeah.
You force him to have an answer, and if not, you're hitting a wild growth next turn, and this Gidra becomes a problem very quickly.
Sure.
And really, from Draco's side, there is no easy answer. And I mean, this Lazul is not going to get you an answer.
Yep, but maybe I can get him an Elise.
It does. Wow. Okay.
I might actually pick the Elise here, but the Moon Touch is
100%.
also pretty. But I think, but if he takes the Moon Touch, it's very likely to get corrupted, and then that's 6 armor for them that he didn't have. But I think
6 armor versus
he's really debating this because there's arguments for both cards, and he takes at least the Enlightened. Pickup of bees. I think you just go for the wild growth here, very likely. But either way, bees is also pretty good as well. He might want a wild growth so that way he doesn't have to that way he doesn't have to lightning bloom out Nourish at all. He can just go wild growth on this turn. The Gidra being at 4 attack is so awkward for this priest. Because I mean, granted, these decks don't run Shadow Word Pain, but they certainly run Death. So you wanted to keep that. You wanted to keep that under. Found Pain, but it wouldn't. Oh, Silence. Silence is a really good pickup.
Silence.
Wow, Draco's getting all the clutch silences. Like I'm pretty sure in that last game, that Silence like almost just like was game breaking for him.
It was a silence on a Karhoot, which was impactful. You know, it doesn't heal you for 6, but it was a pretty commanding lead. Obviously, being able to then trigger the Cell Weaver is amazing too. Yeah. Insight is a very nice draw.
I think.
I'm taking. Okay, tries to take the
renew for next turn. Okay. But the Gidra getting silenced is not necessarily the end of the world, but probably gonna see the wild growth here. Yeah, gonna just trade off. They go face. This turn we can see Cabal Acolyte's gonna come down. Acolyte and any
really whatever you want to do.
Probably a renew.
Yeah, heal yourself.
He's gonna make it more. He's gonna make it a 50-50 to get the 1/3.
Either card here isn't amazing to get, but
yeah, Lazul brings back the Scales, or sorry, Rally brings back Lazul and Scales. Mind Control is obviously just mind control.
I might go for the Gift of Luminance. Yeah,
it does.
Luminance is really good because this 2/4 is very likely to not get removed, and then you just make it a bigger taunt, and you get another one in the process. He's gonna opt to gain 2 mana crystals, and he's gonna go Hero Power. And he's gonna attack. What? I'm a bit confused. He should have. Did he? Oh, he didn't play the Bog Beam.
No.
He needed to play the Bog Beam.
I think he wants to release the Bog Beam. Just to get more draw.
Okay.
That actually comes back as a Spell Burst. And he's going to Gift of Luminance here.
And so I don't know if that card comes out with the same Gidra, with the Gidra as well. I'm not 100% sure about that interaction.
Yeah, because it's a copy.
That's really
Need
good.
a hand, Explorer?
So let's go Bog Beam, and then you can Bog Beam off the 2/2. And you can go face once, and then Hero Power trade off the B.
The one thing is that this priest is gonna have to get rid of the Karjas if he wants the Gidras. Doesn't even need to play the Gidras next. Doesn't even really need the Gidras necessarily.
No, there's no reason to Gidra. You're not doing an impactful spell burst on them. They're really gaining just 1/1.
So he's also gonna say, "Hey, I did the same thing you just did."
I too have an Elise.
Yes,
gotta be careful about overdraw here.
Oh no, he'll play a card. He has
everything generates though. That's what I mean. So picks the right wing. Just we're value gamers, and
no, you should play Wave of Apathy here.
Well, do you? We might just say I don't care about overdraw.
I think Apathy would be better here. Just to not overdraw.
Well,
there's 2 Apathies as well, so you can just play one now, and you still have one for later.
Trying to decide, Mr. Draco.
Yeah, I mean, we're like Hockey doesn't have to think much about his turn. He goes solar. Cenarian Ward. I still think that you want to play it. I think that overdrawing here could be pretty bad. I think you just want to avoid it. Just play the Wave of Apathy. Yeah. Especially because that way you can't trade off with their release this turn.
Ooh, Broom.
Yeah, so you can actually go ahead and play Broom afterwards if you want a Lightning Bloom. With just 1 Cenarian Ward, not even gonna solar it, but he's gonna get a Gruul. Okay, I see why he did it. He did it to play Broomstick. But
Yeah, it doesn't want to get the overload off the Lightning Bloom if it doesn't have to.
Sure, makes sense. Could
Still
even trade
no really impactful spell in the hand of Draco for these Gidras that are hiding in.
Yeah, but this allows the this allows.
Pain.
Let's see what we got. Yeah, there's no real good cost in card. I mean, if anything, you can just play Death on the Gruul if you want to do that. Could also opt to Death the Elise the Enlightened as well.
Getting a Gidra out that is a 3/6 is decent enough.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And you still save one of your minions here. Might actually choose to wave.
So what happens if you play?
If you play what? Sorry.
No, I just had a thought in my head. It wouldn't work.
Were you thinking Plague of Death?
No, I was thinking solar. If you use solar to solar, but you wouldn't be able to do that.
You would just
no. You can't do that and then play Cenarian. You just have to go solar Cenarian Ward.
You would just cast your spell, twice.
You would just cast it 4 times, or 3 times. That'd be weird.
You could Lightning Bloom it if you really wanted to. No, you couldn't because there's no mana in it.
You wouldn't have mana. Yeah, I think he has to. Oh, I still want a Cenarian. I just still want to solar it. One of these out.
I think he's saving these for the Moon Touched Amulets because it's 4 damage each. That's 16 damage.
Yeah, that's a really good play. That's a really good pull. 6/6 taunt as well, coming in super clutch. He'll be able to pop the Divine Shield if he wants, but he's gonna opt to not because you don't want to pop that Divine Shield because that's another Speaker Gidra. Still gonna be able to clear the board, or still gonna be able to clear the taunt. Double Twilight Drake for 4/9 and a 4/10 is really, really insane. Brightwing to get a random legendary. Gonna recruit a friend for DracoCatt. But at this point, there's 16 armor on the side of Hockey Boys, and he'll start being able to gain even more armor with the Solar Moon Touched Amulets. Actually,
he's got to be very careful here.
He has to. Yeah, he has to do this. He has to do as much clearing as he can.
Yeah, he was gonna clear, but like I said, there is 16 damage sitting in the hand of Hockey Boys.
Yeah, it's just there's just not enough to kill him now. If he could keep if he could have kept the Deathwing alive.
Yeah, he chooses to.
Yeah, he can't. But
17, 18 damage.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to win. But yeah, he's going to drop DQA here. Gets Skeletal Drake, which is insane. Gets a trade off with the 3-1. Yeah. It also gets Zeraku. Yeah. Zeraku. 2 Z's, I don't know why.
Hey, that's my card. That's Saku.
Yeah, it is Saku.
One.
Saku. So take out the arrow.
Yeah. Yep.
Kind of an awkward turn on the side for DracoCatt. I mean, just not a ton to do in his hand. You don't want to plague, but
you might have to plague here.
Yeah,
honestly. He's staring at lethal.
Wandmaker could definitely pull
Wandmaker could
more
do something.
stuff.
I think you play Wandmaker, and you have Lightning Bloom if you feel like you have to play the.
Oh wow, that's the one we wanted.
Yeah, he's now. No, it's still lethal though. He has to clear a minion. He has to clear the minions. I guess he plays Apathy. That card's so gross. I just want that card gone. Hate Wave.
It ain't leaving for a while.
I know. It's so bad. It's such a dumb card, but it's a card.
You'll be able to, yeah. Doesn't trade.
No, it's still not lethal though.
And gets the 2 healing in. Push. Oh, doesn't get the 2 healing. Misses it.
It's so close to lethal. It's just not though. Circus Amalgam.
Ysera it was tempting.
Claw.
Oh, that's even more. So
it's close. How many you can?
Man, he's looking at 16, 17, 18, 19.
Can he? I mean,
19 just from hand.
Yeah, it just depends on how much he can actually do with the Lightning Blooms.
I wonder.
His Lightning Blooms only get him up to 8 mana. So he's just gonna go for 1.
I don't know if it's okay, but now those were both the ones that Elise created, so Draco knows that same combo was in the hand. I guess Hockey Boys is just respecting. He's respecting the fact that Draco has such a large board.
He's just gotta remove. He's gotta remove 2 minions here, but he can't remove 2. He knows that there's only 20 on the board.
Oh, Zephyr's is Bloodlust lethal with Hydras?
Yeah, Zephyr's
yeah.
Wow, super lucky pickup. Yeah.
With that, Draco
honestly,
takes the 3-2.
I mean, honestly, that was the only top deck that won the game there. So yeah, DracoCatt takes a 3-2.
Very nice. Zephyr's just pulling getting everything he can in before he officially leaves us in a little while here.
Yeah.
See if we can get Draco in here.
There's no guarantee it wouldn't be kept around in the core set though, but probably not.
No, you're correct. He could still be kicking around, but
I don't think they will.
Yeah, with having so many,
having 2 years of these cards in a row, they're probably not going to pull from those cards from this set to actually do that.
There we go, Draco.
Hello.
Hey, congratulations.
Thank you. That was really fun.
That was. Hey, it was fun to watch. That was some Highlander Priest at its finest, really.
Thank you. Yeah, I practice that a lot, and not many people know that because I just played Demon Hunter when I stream. So, but I love Priest. It's like a secret.
Well, secret's out, unfortunately, man. Yeah, you let it out, but you did it in a way that was perfect. No, I mean those. You won a pretty unfavorable matchup with the Highlander Mage versus Highlander Priest, and then pulling that big. Obviously, Zephyrs is great, and being able to copy your Gidras and finding that blood, the Wow, cards are escaping me.
Zephyr.
Being able to find the lethal. That's just gonna say
Oh
that.
yeah, I mean there was 2 ways to get lethal there. That was quite a lot. The
It was
Zephyr's
a very
pickup
lucky
was-
top deck with the Zeph right there at the end.
Yeah.
It was going to go on way longer if that wasn't the case, because you knew I had
Yeah.
the 2 Plague of Deaths in my hand too. So it was
Yeah.
like I was ready to just keep going
Yeah.
if I
Yeah.
had to.
I think what Hockey was trying to set up, so you saw him use that amulet there. He actually could have, he had about 20 damage out of hand if he
know.
chose to use it at one point. And I think he was waiting and waiting for that setup. And you finally established a board that he couldn't, he couldn't do that anymore. And he
Well-
had to really respect it.
Well, 1 mana Frost Nova definitely does a good job of making that not happen. But
Oh man, yeah, I'm so mad at myself about the missed hero powers, because there was one missed hero
Yeah.
power with the priest game and
There
one
was,
with
yeah.
the demon hunter game where I
Mhm.
traded into a flame ward when I had the Deadeye out and I didn't press the hero power button ahead of time.
oh man.
I was so mad at myself about that for like the entire series.
Yeah, I
Oh.
didn't even catch that one.
No, yeah, that I think I do remember that happening. It didn't register in my brain at the time, but yeah,
I should have pressed the button ahead of time, and I went and I attacked face with that minion. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm playing Il'gynoth now for 4 mana, and I can't hero
Yeah.
power. It was a blatant misplay. I'm so
Mhm.
yeah.
You still got a few of the heal your opponent's face in, so you played priest the right way at least, right?
Yeah, I feel like when
Yeah.
you're playing the problem, I was really surprised that Lenara, when I did the greeting right there, she didn't do the blessings to you. She did the Happy New Year, because there's this classic element to like telling someone blessings to you and healing their face. I feel like it's not BM. It's actually like a
It's
sense
quite
of
nice.
sportsmanship.
quite
When-
kind.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But when it said the Happy New Year, that was the first twist to that game, and I was like, all right, this is not going to go according to plan. We're going to have to go off pages here. So
Yeah,
That was the first just a greeting. No, concede. This isn't right.
oh yeah.
No, played really well. And that pushes your team up. You guys are in a 10-6 matchup now in a very, very tight hero conference. So
Yeah.
gotta feel good getting that win out for yourself and for your team there.
Yeah.
Super exciting. Yeah.
Don't
I
tell
actually
Khell
took
you
a
won.
week off from Hearthstone, and
Yeah,
coming
don't-
back, it's amazing.
Yeah. Don't tell Khell you won. Keep the pressure on him for
Okay.
sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, you've been playing
Yeah.
awesome. You've been pretty much in all of them. Obviously, you were my legacy teammate. I know you guys are dabbling back into pro come next season, I believe, and you're in hero, so and obviously wild. So you guys are all over the place. So taking a little bit of time off, you're playing in pretty much all the series and doing respectively well in all of them. So hats off to you there.
Thank
Yeah,
you. Yeah. I
really,
don't know if
yeah.
I'm doing well in all of them, but
So-
I'm having a good time.
yeah. You're putting together a nice rookie campaign to play in as many series as you have.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing one, honestly, just because I really want to over prep for my specific opponent. And when I
Definitely.
have 3 that I do every week, it's so hard to prepare for a specific person.
It is
Yeah,
for
you
sure.
almost
I know,
have to
I've
bring-
learned that.
You almost have to bring like 12 decks or 16 decks half the time because you don't want to get red in one series and then have it happen to you in the next one. I definitely feel that. So
Yeah.
Yeah, and streaming 20 hours of Demon Hunter a week and working full time at the same time, it's hard for me to get the games in on Rogue and Priest and Warrior that I need to experience to understand those complex situations. So
For sure, yeah.
that's it. The #1 Demon Hunter streamer right here.
thank you. Were you surprised on the aggro bring?
I wasn't.
wasn't.
I have to respect everything you do with Demon Hunter, and I don't think I'm allowed to say anything different because you're the Demon Hunter guy. I assume that if you bring a Demon Hunter, it's the best one at that point in time.
I really
I
liked
thought it
I
through.
really
Okay,
liked
so
it.
I
really
figured if
liked
he
it.
had Mage, Rogue, Warrior, and Druid, and if I banned the Warrior, aggro Demon Hunter was favored against Rogue, Mage, and Druid simultaneously. So
Yeah,
it gave
pretty
me
much.
like a full-on sweep possibility with my
Yeah.
favorite class. So
Oh
Agreed.
yeah, no, you
I
got to
definitely
play to your strengths, and that's definitely you snuck in the win with the Demon Hunter there once, but then unfortunately that Mage coming out extremely strong into the Highlander. Hockey played really well on that mage.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it
at the
did.
end of the day, yeah, you swung it out, you pulled it out, and congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, the really interesting thing about Hero is that even in the early turns when I was playing Demon Hunter, I was super skeptical on going with the sidekick starter because that gave away what deck I was playing.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, let me just start with the Illidari studies. So it still leaves them wondering on whether or not I brought OTK or something else more creative. And then, picking a Sigil Runner doesn't really give it away either. It just kind of keeps it going in the aggro Demon Hunter motion from the beginner without giving away what deck I was playing when I really wanted to drop it all off. So,
Agreed. Yeah, I really like that start.
yeah,
Absolutely.
thank you guys. I hope you have a wonderful night streaming.
Yeah,
Thank
you
for
too.
the interview and the experience.
No
well,
problem.
thanks for coming on stream, man. We always appreciate it, and thanks for coming in for the interview as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. You all have a wonderful night.
You too.
All
Take
right.
care.
Thank you.
See you,
Bye-bye.
Draco.
Bye.
Awesome. What a nice
Wow.
guy.
Awesome
What a
guy.
great guy.
Oh yeah.
Terrible. Mannerisms suck.
That's
Joking.
coming from a Canadian. so
Yeah,
that
I know,
means
right?
something.
From the dirty
Well,
sack.
The dirty, dirty sack.
Yeah.
Well, we're not done with F2L Black and AskHS
No, we're not.
yet.
Nope.
As we were saying earlier, we've got the Chronic versus Khell, and both the Chronic and Khell have been bringing a little heat, saying they might be playing a Vol'jin. So fingers crossed. Obviously, we haven't tested it quite very much, but I would love to
Seems
see
pretty
the new
good.
card.
Like it seems like it can work in specific situations.
Oh, I could definitely do some stuff. So
I'm skeptical about playing it in this current meta. But
you
it's just
never know unless you try.
True. I mean, it depends
Alright.
on if you run into a deck that runs like a lot of stuff, a lot of like minions that you'd want to swap.
It's a combo disruptor, right? You know,
Sure.
your OTK Demon Hunters
Potentially.
definitely don't want to run into that.
Yeah, but your
it's
Demon Hunter also doesn't. Oh yeah. I guess you can.
yeah.
Okay.
It's
Cool.
your
Yeah. You're
yeah.
right.
It's your you get an Il'gynoth out of hand, and there it is. So, but
Yeah.
obviously hasn't been tested much. Might see it, might not.
Yeah.
This
Knowing Khell, we probably will.
yeah, exactly. This is
They
a pretty
are-
major match here.
Yep.
Yep.
Obviously,
if AskHS wins, they win the week.
yeah, we just saw Draco take a 3-2, which is still very good for F2L Black. That Hockey Boys was able to pull 2 more points out. Not getting or getting points there is obviously huge in any loss. So hats off to him there. But yeah, Khell takes this win and they take the week and solidify a little bit more of a position towards that late playoff push for Heroes.
Yes.
Yeah. I got some bands in, so if you guys are ready for that.
Yep. Double Pally.
No.
No.
With the,
So Kell's doing an illegal move. He's banning Paladin and Warrior.
that's not legal.
No, he's actually banning Warrior.
Warrior, right?
And then Chronic's banning Kell's Pally. So I just
Right,
gotta fix the graphics here, so they're
No
being
worries.
messed up.
Cool.
So still doing a bit of a respect ban there as Chronic getting rid of the Paladin. Still don't know what it could be. I mean, pure Paladin is still a very good deck, even with the Allura nerfs, obviously. But
Yeah.
we're gonna
There's
see.
a chance that card can just get cut from Pure Paladin at this point.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. I mean, these guys could easily just take Allura out if they were planning to play the ramp Paladin. They obviously do not have to anymore. That's kind of the
Ramp
the best
Paladin
thing.
wants to run that card, but if it's Pure Paladin that was being brought, then
Yeah, I could see it
yeah,
still
you
in there.
probably don't. It might be a little too clunky curve wise. It competes with a couple other good 5-drops, but yeah. Either way, we're getting very close to game time. I'm sure Saku will tell these players
Yep,
to go.
I already just did, and
here in a sec.
Yep. So they are getting ready to go. So they just GL'd HF'd each other.
Noise.
GLHF. Who we got first, Saku?
So Saku is going to say that Khell is going to be the first to spectate and be at the bottom of your screen for our spectators or viewers. And we got the Chronic or DasChronic at the top.
DasChronic.
Make my ish the Chronic.
Oh, they're right next to each other. You gotta love it. Thank you, Hearthstone, for being the way you are.
Dang. That's a lot of gap for you. That's a lot of skipping a lot of letters of the alphabet.
A, B, C, and D. All right, so we've got Khell's Warrior coming out against Chronic's Rogue. I always get confused with this new hero portrait, the new lunar hero portrait.
Yeah, Dai Chow.
Happy New Year's flying out there.
AKA the best Valyria portrait. Bomb Warrior.
Bomb Warrior.
I thought it could be Bomb Warrior, but I wasn't 100% sure. But it is now confirmed.
Yeah, I've seen really good draws here from Khell, just being able to curve out very nicely.
So this is a weapon. This is the aggro weapon rogue deck with the penflingers that we saw from urmumked in game 1, in match 1, I should say. Game 1 of the night, but the Chronic responding with his own really nice play of coining out the Greyheart Sage.
Ooh.
Bomb flying now. This rogue deck loves to draw. This bomb deck
that's
loves
the problem, right?
Loves to put bombs in your deck.
Heavy on the draw. With cutting classes, obviously with secret passages, you just draw the bombs into your hand. They do not cast, which is lucky, but it's just dead draws, obviously. So you dodge 5 damage, but you still get a really awful card.
For sure.
That's what I think Chronic is thinking of right now, is maybe trying to draw early on when there's not so many bombs in the deck.
Maybe.
Swindle actually will draw a bomb and blow up in your face, so you got to be very watchful with that.
Bombs are spells.
Yeah.
I've done that a few times. Gonna offer the deadly poison. Do some stuff here. Could have gone for the trading of the 2/1 into the 2/2 and then go through 3 face. Either way, I think there was an option. There was a reasonable thing to go face in general, just because you want to get as much face damage on this Bomb Warrior as you can. I like that inclusion of Armor Vendor in the deck.
I think Amalgam's probably the best here.
Yeah, Circus Amalgam for sure. It's a nice little taunt minion. It makes the rogue have to attack into it with the weapon, or somehow get or put an eviscerate into it. I mean, this Bomb Warrior is very favorable for this deck as is, unless you get a self-sharpening sword out very early and just buff it to oblivion. But I mean, we got Spy Mistress with a Swindle, looking probably for that second Greyheart Sage. Does not find it, but finds a Sneaky Delinquent, which is a playable card. Double Swindle from the Chronic. Natural Boost Poison and Prize Plunderer there.
Gonna have to see if he wants. He's gonna have to prep here or overdraw. I mean,
yeah.
Unfortunately, you're not either. You're prepping nothing.
You could probably prep out a Sinister Strike.
I don't know if you want to, right? Because you want to be able to Penflinger, I guess.
Yeah, but
okay.
I think if you're gonna play it, you at least want to get something out of hand and as well. And the Sinister Strike was the pick of all of the spells. Could have maybe even Nitro Boost, but Nitro Boost wasn't corrupted yet. Getting a Cutting Class, that's really nice. Cutting Class and Circus Amalgam coerced in the deck as well, followed by the Horde Pillager. The fact that the Horde Pillager is in hand really allows Khell to take the swing there. Ooh, and there's the weapon, but it's unfortunate that that there was no deadly poison, but the Nitro Boost poison getting corrupted, pretty nice. Gonna start seeing chipping away at the minion here. Very likely to just be able to remove it efficiently with a let's see. I guess you could play Ticket, a Prize Plunderer, or even just opt to ignore it. But then you got to trade the 5/1 in. Gonna opt to leave the Penflinger out on the board and get it, and it's gonna end up getting removed. but Penflinger has done quite a lot of work in keeping this game close. Blade, you could go for a Blaze Storm, but I think you just want to go for the. Yeah, you want to go for that play. You could even Khell could have even opted to play Shield Block and gain 5 armor here.
Still can.
Done that first. Yeah, you can. No. Yeah, I'm gonna probably Shield Block here, but if he was gonna go with the armor up plus a armor vendor, more armor for the same amount of mana. However, that does give. Oh well, it's gone now. I was gonna say it does give the Chronic some armor, but it is gone now. Nitro Boost Poison though being played again. This rogue deck just has so much fuel behind it, just to allow it to keep dealing damage, and can remove the pillager and go face for 6. You definitely want to remove the armor. You don't care about the 1/3 on board. And now this deck gets to play Blade. Now you just see Blade Storm here, very likely.
Oh yeah, Blade Storm upgrade, Shield Block. There's a lot.
I might opt to play the Corsair Cache and hold the upgrade for the next weapon. No, he's gonna go for it. Okay.
Push it now.
I don't know. I might.
It's the same amount of damage, and you're just getting this sooner. The Rogue's looking to close this game out as soon as possible.
Sure.
If you got time to play another weapon and a Horde Pillager, you're just like, there's a 7-mana weapon right there.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I think in general, there was an option just to hold it because you get more damage over time because you're getting 4 extra damage as opposed to just the 2 extra damage of playing it here.
That's the issue. It's
right?
overtime, and overtime you're taking 9 damage from a weapon.
Yeah, but he's gonna survive through it.
Play the bomb. Oh god, he's gonna play the bomb. I was joking.
No.
Oh my goodness.
Well, now he has to become Galakrond here. It's just debating whether you want to armor up now or later.
So if you don't armor up and you hero power, you set a bomb for lethal.
Yes, I would rather see that because there's potential. I don't know if there's 2 armor vendors in deck, but I would definitely want to see a big armor vendor come into my
5
hand.
here. You've seen no eviscerates. You've seen 1 Penflinger dead.
1 Sinister Strike.
Sinister Strike.
Krasnov is nice.
Oh boy.
Yep. So Khell is just banking on no extra damage. But,
well, here's 5 in the deck.
I mean, Bomb. Is it Bomber dead?
I don't think it's Bomber dead.
Well, I mean, it's possible because there's a lot of draws in this deck.
Yeah, but you draw.
No, he needs a Greyheart Sage.
I think he's gonna secret passage here.
Oh, he's gonna passage for it. Yeah, it's gonna find people. Like you're gonna get eviscerated in the hand at this point. There's no way.
That's not lethal. That's not lethal, and that is not a lethal.
Wow, he dodges bombs but will lose the game here. Khell's Bomb Warrior will take the game. He knows that there's one. He knows so he's just gonna play the bomb. Because he knew there was very likely to be another weapon.
I think that is a highly unfavorable match for the Bomb Warrior.
Really?
I think especially without having Minefield and sword boards in the game.
Not drawing it, yeah.
Well, you see double armor vendor, or at least 1 armor vendor. Some stuff's coming out. You saw a double Horde Pillager.
Most of the versions even that run Minefield and whatever the card was that you mentioned.
Pillager?
It runs Pillagers as well as running sorting boards and.
That's a lot of cards that you got to shift around, right?
Horde Pillagers in the base. Horde Pillagers in the base Bomb Warrior build.
Typically, you'll run 1, but running 2 is usually
you've run 2. There's been 2 run for quite a while now.
Okay, Fish.
Sorry, we're not. Let's stop debating the deck. I keep doing that. My apologies.
So we're gonna see a more of a guardian almost style druid coming out for
Ooh, clown druid.
yeah, could
I
be.
like it.
Yeah, it definitely is with the strong arm.
Well, but these are not very good cards. It takes the Forest Aid. Oh man. Of course they're cash right on time. Or already in the hand, I should say.
Yeah, Khell gonna be able to just efficiently use his mana over the next few turns, and Chronic's really looking for any of those ways to ramp up, yeah, and really drawing dead.
Yeah, this is not good. The Druid is this is a terror. This is a pretty bad matchup for Druid unless they can ramp faster than the bombs can start coming in. Of course, if Khell does do a lot of stuff like putting bombs, he's gonna do that. I think if he I think if you run into boom pretty early, it's tough for the Druid. But I've seen Druids come back from this matchup, especially since it's running Cenarian Ward.
Yeah, if you can gain the armor and even heal with your overgrowth and stuff, even sticking a big board, like, you know, if you can get to your guardian animals and Khell as the warrior doesn't have a decent way to deal with any of them, you definitely put them on the back foot, that's for sure.
For sure. Clown has come into hand.
Yeah,
so survival, the fittest when played will corrupt the clowns. And that'll be really tough to deal with for Khell unless he has exactly pretty much brawl or has already killed him at that point.
What was he looking for an overgrowth there?
You want an overgrowth for sure. It's just deciding.
Or sorry, overflow. My bad.
I think we're gonna go for Forest Aid here or
Forest Aid
or Cenarian.
I think it's the Anubis at defense. Oh, that's a really
wow. Well, this is just great.
Wow.
This is really good for the Chronic, getting 3 massive haunts out on a turn.
But Khell does have answers now with that shield block pickup with double shield slam in hand.
Shield block, shield slam, yeah. I think you have to make that play.
And
to
you
remove...
could honestly just leave up the 5/5 lifesteal.
Yeah. What? It's not great to leave up the 5/5 lifesteal, but you kind of have to at this point.
Yeah, you could.
You remove the 6/6 and the 5/7, and you attack and get rid of the 3/5.
Yeah.
Draws Dr. Krasnov. That's a really nice pickup.
Yeah, Krasnov's extremely nice.
Yeah. You might opt to hold out this minion on board just to play Krasnov next turn into it. I'm not too surprised if that happened.
Yeah.
And there's nothing for this guy. There's nothing for this person to do. There's nothing for the druid to do now. Just to attack and pass. Now there is a wild growth, so the wild growth is going to be really big and it's going to really get this deck kind of online fast.
Ooh, Galakron the Unbreakable is going to start closing this game out. Actually, yeah, I do like Khell leaving that up, pulling the Ironbeak Owl out, just denying this 5/5 lifesteal.
Yeah,
but still can't play Krasnov behind it.
It's just there's no mana. Now there's no armor to get rid of the minion. So it's determining what you want to do.
Did you just shield block Cobalt Krasnov? No, don't have enough.
No, Krasnov being 5 mana makes it really weird.
I guess, do you still just Iron Beak this?
Worthy or unworthy?
I think you should just clear it. You just clear the minion out and you have an extra bomb, you have an extra swing on your weapon.
I guess you do have the other Wrench Caliber in hand.
What?
It's a lot of plays here, especially with Galakron and Kronks in the hand.
Yeah.
He is going to clear.
Make sure you swing first with Krasnov, sir. Thank you. No.
Oh.
He doesn't get the swing off. That's pretty crucial that he didn't get that swing off. Germination. That is a big.
Germination is
Pretty good-
really,
pretty good
really
pickup.
strong.
However, I think because you could just go for the germination on it now. It's pretty. I think I would have rather seen the ramp here maybe than the germination, but both plays were pretty good. Now Khell's just in a really awkward spot. Cutting class being drawn's pretty nice though. Finds Blastmaster Boom. It finds does find a shield block.
But Ironbeak still kind of, it's great to use, but it's very awkward at this point in time, obviously, because you're setting yourself up with no mana.
Yeah.
What?
He has to remove. I feel like he kind of has to go for. I think he has to go to trying to remove both of the minions. I think in some way.
Yeah.
Opsa just use the armor to remove. Yeah, it doesn't matter whether he. I feel like sometimes having armor over the health there is better. This is just gonna get really bad really fast for Khell. The overflow is such a really good play. It's just a good play here. Boom being in hand is obviously really nice.
How curious.
Going for the overgrowth play instead. Gonna opt to look for a nice for a good play here with just going survival next turn, but the Deathwing is gonna clear the board. That is very good for Khell. Allows him to stave off a survival for an extra turn. Obviously, he still will have to look for. He will still need to find
another clown draw.
He'll still need to find double brawl now. I mean, it's just this clown druid's gonna very easily close this out in a couple of turns.
Just rip survival here if you're chronic.
You probably just rip survival. There's no way. He's like, there's very little way I die here.
Or he's thinking of maybe putting 3 clowns out and then being able to rip survival the turn after.
I don't know.
I think you just fire it off, man.
Because you can't play the over. If you wanted to overflow, I would have overflowed last turn over his play of ramping to 10. Even though it's not great, you still have on 8 mana. You still have Lightning Bloom survival, and the board would have been healed and not been removed. And maybe it still gets removed by the Deathwing top deck, but it kind of puts less options. So he did hover over playing 3 clowns potentially instead of a survival. I think survival rip is just fine. It just tells Khell that he's got no time.
I am on a clock.
I've got no time. Essentially, is what it says.
There are 4 bombs in the deck. But
but the deck has 20 cards. You'd have to get pretty lucky here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of for Blastmaster.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
He's gonna draw for guys at
Coerce and an upgrade. Nice.
Cool. Upgrade's nice. You can play that. The unfortunate, really, the Bladestorm would have been the Bladestorm was kind of the pickup that would have been needed. He has to opt. He has to hope for. Now he has to hope to draw. I mean, bomb draws are nice, but the bomb draws just don't do anything. Like you just drop a full board of clowns, and now he's forced to draw. Now he's forced to draw. Now he's forced to draw something or die.
Does not get it.
It's I mean, he really the hope is that he draws bombs and dies.
Yes, he could.
So he's gonna click a bald lat. He should try.
Just hit face.
He's gonna. Yeah, I mean this is fine. Essentially, he's just gonna.
I figured. Do you ever just throw the? I guess you're still drawing for 3 bombs regardless of where the.
Yeah, you're still drawing. You're still trying to see if your opponent draws 3 bombs. It's 3 bomb draws or you're dead. So
yeah, no, I was thinking of the Cobalt.
Khell!
Oh, wow.
Khell!
Maybe he saw something we did not?
No, he just didn't realize. He probably was just tilted that there's potential mental. I don't know. I shouldn't say anything. But it seems like he forgot that the last ditch is just hope he draws 3 bombs.
Yeah, no, what I was thinking earlier was the lackeys into to face sets them to 12, but that doesn't matter for bombs,
Yeah,
obviously.
that doesn't matter for
Bombs count in 5s.
Yeah. I thought if he could get him down, but I figured like you just play out a couple of things. You try and stick a board. You try to do as much as you can just to say, okay, I have to go down to this amount of health, but if you don't draw 3 bombs, I win. So anyways, Guardian Druid stays on, and we get to see Khell's next deck. He goes for the Demon Hunter.
This ends now.
Yeah, I think this is a pretty decent matchup here for the Demon Hunter. If he
this is a
can
good
go absolutely as fast as he possibly can, while Chronic is just trying to stay alive. But
this start looks pretty good.
Yes, that is a very good start for Chronic.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, but it's not. Khell can deal pretty well with it. It looks like he has does have the skull there, but the skull's gonna get blocked off by the Blade Lady until the Blade Lady and Il'gynoth gets played. So not great skull placement. But yeah, I think here you just go for the Lightning Bloom for the Overgrowth. That is not good news for Khell. Next turn there's 3 mana. Gonna go for Guess the Weight and pick more because you got a Lightning Bloom. So whatever gets picked, unless it's the second Lightning Bloom, will go into hand here. It is not. It is an Umbral Owl.
Dachi coming down here. Gonna hold off on the swings. Actually, quite a bit of damage if we can just hold off on those.
Yeah, Lightning Bloom, Cenarian Ward. Like, this is the type of stuff you cannot plan for with Demon Hunter. Getting a Fellord Betrug. So he's just gonna drop a massive board, and that's there's no Blade Dance to deal with this. There's not.
Wow, explosive turn.
Yeah, fortunately, Bladed. I thought Relentless Pursuit Bladed Lady was the play there, right? Because you go up to 6 attack and your Bladed Lady is a 6/6 and you can trade.
Yeah. I
think I think that Il'gynoth was a misplay.
Like maybe he's just trying to get
maybe
Gul'dan far enough on the left side.
Maybe Skull, but
wow,
I would have made that play first, and then you could play Il'gynoth on this turn or something like that.
I was super incorrect with Chronic sitting back and trying to stay alive. Khell really on the back foot here, unfortunately.
Yeah. Still needs to go for this Bladed Lady play here. It's one turn late, but it's still not bad. Skull will come down on 6 now as well.
Yeah. So maybe that was it. Just trying to get that Il'gynoth out of hand for the Skull, knowing he didn't really have much to do, and that Il'gynoth was really not gonna be impactful in this match.
Oh sure, it's unfortunate that it's in the position it was in, but Il'gynoth might have had a bigger impact if it got to get played on the prior turn.
I don't think this Fellord has drawn 1 card.
No, it hasn't.
Unfortunately.
Oh wow, he has like 2.
Oh my goodness, he only had 2.
He only had 2 Soul Frags in hand. He drew both of them.
He hit both of them.
Yeah,
it's the one maker.
Fortunately, he didn't hit anything too high value, like concerning mana cost.
Correct. Yeah. Still lower cost mana things.
Yeah.
But actually drawing them puts the Soul Shard Lapidary dead. Obviously can jail her next turn.
Yep. I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play Jailer.
Thinking.
There's a potential Blade Dance play here if you wanted to go for it.
Yeah, I think I mean, you're really not using it on anything better.
Twin Slice, Second Slice, Hero Power, Blade Dance.
We're gonna actually gonna get a Corrupted Lucky Soul Hoarder.
He just doesn't deal with the Petrog on in play. He's taking 5 damage every turn.
He could still deal with it, right? He could still.
Yeah, he can still. Yeah, he can still clear it, but he'll have to
yeah.
clear it with his face.
That is what we're opting to do.
Sure.
Heal 5, heal 5. A little Illidari studies just to cap off the turn.
Sure, gonna pick up
Another skull. I'm actually gonna take an Illidari.
No, it's
Fellblade.
definitely fine to not pick the skull there. He wouldn't have been able to play it.
Yeah, especially with the fragments in the deck still. Doesn't want to hit another. I didn't see what that third option was other than the Fellblade. Hey, there's a skull.
Okay, so skull there is really nice. I don't know. I guess Khell might have already pre-planned that before he saw the skull. But I definitely. I mean, he's definitely got the board. And this his hand for the Chronic is abysmal.
Oh yeah.
He ramped and didn't get to draw. And didn't draw anything.
Oh,
this Demon Hunter is firmly establishing control again. He's gonna go for the. I guess it went to his turn before we even got to see anything, and it looks like Survival got played.
So I guess he goes for the survival there. I would have possibly liked to see the Yashiraj come down.
Yeah, I think I would have rather seen a Yashiraj because that way at least you get the.
Oh my goodness, poor Khell. Oh my god, poor Khell. Okay, well, Mirror Slicer on does that.
I mean,
what's the odds? What's the odds of that actually happening? That's.
I still think. Regardless of that. I mean, it's pretty low. His deck
He's hit 2 skulls.
Actually, it was, he has only 9 cards in deck. So, I mean, it wasn't too unseeable that he would at least pull 1 or 2.
No, but for him to go off of 1 skull and go shard, card, and
I mean,
then do it on the next one, that's pretty...
Yeah, but I mean, by that point, he had ripped through a lot of his deck.
No, what I'm saying is it ruins 2 cards because you don't. It's not like he's going shard. He's going shard card. Card.
I know.
So it's just it's a very unfortunate, but
I mean, he's still got the win here.
Yeah, Khell's finding a lot of the damage. Oh
yes. Yeah. So the Demon Hunter wins over the Druid. Druid did not draw very well. That's a double-edged sword with this deck. We just saw the double-edged sword where one game he did very well and was able to take a match that he shouldn't have necessarily even won against the Bomb Warrior. But then he doesn't necessarily, he ramps but doesn't draw the best into the Demon Hunter. Khell's able to stabilize and he's able to win. So Soul DH stays out, and I assume that we'll probably see the Paladin. Okay, Paladin, yeah. Paladin versus Demon Hunter. It's a very good matchup for the Paladin, usually. And we see that it is ramp Paladin. Hopefully, I mean, we'll see. It's probably not going to be a much different deck from what we would normally see. Because this patch literally just went live before their match, before the prior match. So these players have only had an hour on the patch. I think he takes.
Is there an option? But I do Star Student. Obviously, you can reshuffle any of those key cards back into the deck.
Yeah, but is it actually getting?
You don't pick the one.
But in this matchup, is it actually going to matter?
That's
my main thought.
Yeah,
especially if it doesn't get outcasted anymore.
Yeah, I think it's also just a 4/3.
Oh, 4/3s are fine. Yeah.
Versus what else was there? A Sigil Runner to draw a card and something else.
And,
so
probably a Philosophy. I think something like that.
Yeah, got the Philosophy anyway.
Yeah. I mean, I still think that the Sigil was better because it helps go through the deck. But Selena was definitely the second best option there. Yeah, Soul Hoarder is probably the best play here, just to. Yeah. So it looks like a Shield of Honor in the hand from the Wand Maker. But there's no ramp cards now.
Yeah, these are the hands that really damn these paladins when you don't see.
Yeah,
I think he's not giving away what deck he is, but by not playing anything, it's in the Wand Maker already being played. I guess obviously says it's ramp. He's gonna go for the coin out of Fishy Flyer. The amount of Murlocs being drawn in the hand is really not great, especially if there was a way where we get a Laura by 5.
Yeah, that's also what he has to think of, obviously.
So Khell, smart play here. This is when it's really smart to get Il'gynoth out, because I don't know how this Paladin doesn't deal with taking 4 damage every turn from this minion right now. I guess you play Fishy Flyer, Spectral Flyer, and try to drop it to 2. But it's interesting. I guess there's some way where he gets Murloc, War Leader, Crab Rider, and Broomstick clears. But yeah, obviously just take the damage from it. Okay. I mean, I think you, what do you think?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, just trading and keeping it. You're pushing 4 here. I mean, every time Il'gynoth hits Relentless Pursuit, you just want to go as fast as you possibly can. I mean, at this point,
I think you just drop Stelina. I don't think you care.
It doesn't really matter, because you're kind of assuming that they don't have the combo, because they've literally drawn, like, they've played nothing. He's played defensive this entire time.
Sure. Now the minion gets removed, but it also, again, now there's 8 damage just given to the Paladin. Now I would drop the Shard Shatter.
Yeah.
Very nicely played by Khell here.
Yeah, just slowly whittling down this Paladin. I mean, it's gonna take 1 turn to really flip it on its head, but wow, yeah, and it's off again.
Until the Paladin does that, the Demon Hunter is favored.
Yeah, and I mean, Khell just really has to go. Bang.
Now you
absolutely.
dropped it. Oh, absolutely. No, Militia trade.
Yeah.
With everything. Yep. I like it. Khell's like this. It's so crucial because you have to think it's turn 7, turn 8. Eventually, the cards are just going to be able to get dropped. A lot of these cards are just going to be able to get played.
Opts to draw a new card. Finally gets the Red Scale Dragon Tamer.
Gonna opt to use the Red Scale with the Broomstick to clear up one of the
and
2s.
Gonna be able to play this Norsamu, but is that?
No, it's almost it. Nas puts him to 10.
I'm just looking at this on Khell's side of things.
Yeah. I'm thinking
8. That's lethal.
Lethal.
Wow.
Khell. Remember, play both the cards.
Oh yeah, all the way.
It's. I'll play both of them.
Yeah, I think he sees it. Oh, please see it. There's no way he doesn't see it. You just okay.
Yeah, he'll play dance too, probably.
Boom. Well played, Khell.
Well played for Khell. The Demon Hunter got it. Got through. Soul DH still really good.
Yeah, I mean, that's like we were saying earlier, but that's a double-edged sword at the utmost for that Paladin. You don't draw those Nordamus and be able to flip and pop off. You just kind of die, especially to a deck like Demon Hunter that if you're not going to respect it and it's able to just keep pushing damage and smashing through, it's just going to do exactly that. That's what that deck is made for. So, and really well played for Khell for dropping that Il'gynoth and getting like 8 damage.
So the Chronic is left with what? Just his Druid at this point?
No, that's it.
Oh no, that was game. Oh, sorry.
That's it. That's all.
Oh, hi Khell.
Oh my god, man, that was a roller coaster.
Man, how did you feel against that Paladin? That's the one that you had to beat.
I actually felt fine against Paladin because I still had Priest left. So Paladin didn't scare me. I was kind of surprised to see that it was still Chief Paladin, though. I thought for sure it was going to be Libram.
I was very surprised.
I would have expected that as well, yeah.
Because I had originally intended to bring Cheese Paladin as well.
Right.
But then the nerf what happened, so I swapped over to Libram.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So in game 2, by the way, I had that game 1 and my client froze. And I missed a turn, and that's why, like, on one turn, it was the turn I dropped Dr. Krasinov.
Yeah.
And you missed the swing with the bomb, with the Wrench Caliber.
With the Wrench Caliber, yeah. So he was able to copy the 5/3 the next turn.
Oh, that's what happened. Yeah, I was wondering what happened there. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
That makes sense. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I saw the. It was an awkward turn. There's a few awkward turns with the owl and being able to have the mana to really deal with that 5/7.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I actually didn't see leaving it up and then Iron Beaking it the turn after. So, but it was good play there for sure. And yeah, him being able to copy it unfortunately was unfortunate, but it's what happens. Bomb Warrior did really well for you. Extremely.
Bomb Warrior is just such a good deck.
I love Bomb
Warrior. Like I said, man, like if I hadn't missed that turn, I honestly don't think I would have lost game 2. Not the whole turn. If I hadn't missed that swing, I don't think I would have lost it because it accounted for 10 extra damage.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, it took that off of it, put an extra bomb in the deck, and did a lot of stuff there.
Yeah.
How do you feel? You want to? I think I don't know. I think the rogue matchups are pretty decently unfavorable. It seemed like your bomb warrior didn't run too much of the removal side of things. So must have felt pretty good getting through on that rogue.
So I do run double Blade Storm and double Brawl. I just didn't draw them.
Yeah, I knew that. Yeah,
as we saw on the clown turn.
Yeah, that felt pretty bad. I actually almost banned Rogue, but then I was very concerned about either ETC or Enrage Warrior into my lineup. So, and with the Allura nerf, I wasn't concerned about Cheese Paladin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, definitely. I just have one more question. How did it feel to hit Soul Shard into card into Soul Shard into card on 2 skulls?
Oh my god, dude. I was so mad. Both skulls I got 1 reduction on.
Yeah.
Like,
and then the reduction was a weapon that you couldn't even play because you already had an Eldachi. We were sitting there like, oh man, like poor Khell.
Yeah, I could hear Khell from here.
It felt bad, but I have no room to complain because I drew really well outside of that in those Demon Hunter games. So
yes,
yeah,
That's also the first 2 games I've ever played of Soul Demon Hunter.
Nice.
No way. Really?
Yeah,
that was good. Yeah, that was really good maneuvering for never having played the deck.
Yeah, man. I would not have solidified that.
I had 2 qualms with plays, but that was it. So that's good.
There were times where you I think my favorite play was you chucked Il'gynoth on a turn where he had a really big. He had that strong man.
The 3 minions. I was trying to force him to trade, so I took less damage. Yeah,
but honestly, it kind of worked out extremely well throwing that Il'gynoth because your skull got to the far left and you were able to play it right on 6. So. I mean, man, if you just played 2 games of Soul DH, I'd keep playing it if I were you. You're looking very confident on that.
See, Khell, there is other classes instead of priest, bro.
That's true. No, I'm just excited because I believe that locks my team for playoffs.
Your team's weak and you're in playoffs. Yeah.
So my team's been in Hero for 5 seasons now. And we've only ever missed playoffs once. So
nice.
That is not this year.
You got a good squad this season, yeah.
So and serious props to Mr. Python. That man just put up a perfect season 8-0.
Yeah.
And if he better win some MVP awards.
Oh sure, probably.
Yeah, that's some lights out play.
I think it's gonna be a tight race for MVP. Between him and Turtle, and that's really the only 2 contenders.
For sure.
Yeah, but no, like you said, you won it through. Your teammate Draco earlier went in on a 3-2, and you get in the 3-1 here. So, big ups to you guys. Playoffs. Can't complain about getting in and making it through. Any final thoughts for yourself?
I don't think
he's playing League right now. So
GG's to Chronic because I'm not. GG's actually after this I got to prepare some D&D stuff for tomorrow. But,
there you go.
GG's to Chronic. I honestly feel kind of bad about those last 2 games because I don't feel like I deserved to just stomp those last 2 games like that, but I just happened to draw well. So, and sometimes that's just how Hearthstone works.
When you get a chance to watch the VOD, you'll see his hand is pretty. Once he ramped up, and then he was just sitting on everything.
Once he ramped up and he played the survival, it was pretty bleak from there.
Yeah, I mean that's why I actually ended up throwing out the Outcast card that I got that throws a card back.
Yeah.
Because I saw him just like not do anything for pretty much 2 turns, and I was like, all right, well, I need board pressure, so I'm gonna forgo the Outcast and just toss this out.
Definitely,
go. Yep. Well, thanks again, Khell. Congrats on the win, and congrats to your team for the playoffs there. And we're good to.
Yeah, man. Well played. Congratulations, and good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck, man.
Take care, brother.
Later.
Well, exciting matches, playoff implicating. Having both of those 2 players really sealed the deal. Yeah,
super good for Ask Hearthstone. They are now up 12-6. No, 12-7. Yeah, 12-7 on F2L Black, which means that F2L Black, I believe, also has knocked almost certainly knocked Servants out of playoffs potentially. So some big playoff implications. Both teams getting enough points to get into the 1-0 to get 108 and 103. So yeah, tune in obviously for these next couple of days to see if any hero matches are being streamed, because they are, especially for a few teams, it's just super important for these last.
It is, yeah. So I was just going to start blasting out the Saturday Schoolstone has got a couple of wild matches that are coming up. Being organized by Lotus, Op is Marty B, and Casters 6J. So we got Doin and Jailstorm playing at 2:30 on Saturday, along with Dirty Mike and Quake Lord also playing at 3:30 for Wild.
Yes.
Saturday night, we got Dawn Day and Isocles. So we have 2 legacy matches. One's Myanodon versus Koroden.
That's awesome, yeah.
That is going to be a super match at 9 o'clock Eastern. And we have another big match there with Automated Button and Ducharmo at 10 p.m. for legacy as well.
Yep, and that could be the end of DadLegend run, or DadLegend could potentially stay alive.
Exactly. Yep.
Depending
so
on
Myanodon, don't clown out, dude. So Sunday Schoolstone, we have Lotus Opping along with Doctorfeesh and Rabobson.
I will be casting.
And that one is going to have a fantastic match with Avi versus Nice Jewish Owl at 4 p.m. Pro Series. Yep, exactly. And then Sunday, it's going to be me, Myanodon, and Dollar Bills with a couple Pro Series matches. So we have Edelweiss and
Edelweiss.
Edelweiss with Case Luna. Or Kalis Luna, sorry.
Yeah.
Mispronounced that. At 8 p.m. Eastern, and Dawn Day and German Shep.
Myanodon's match is so clutch.
Yep. So lots of action going on this weekend. A lot of high caliber matches. So yeah, tune into that. And any last words there from you guys tonight?
Fun as always. It's a blast. I've been actually on since about 6 o'clock or so. I was on the earlier stream.
You were on
the co-caster stream, which was a blast.
Stream,
so no, I've had a great time. We had a full 3 games, which we don't often get, and 3 very, very strong games. So I mean, I'm happy, I'm satisfied, and I have nothing more to say.
Cool. Awesome. All right, guys. And everybody out there watching, thanks for tuning in tonight. Keep watching the BlizzCon for new announcements and that stuff. So some good, neat changes coming down for Hearthstone. So
yeah.
All right, guys, and everybody, have yourself a great night.
Have a good night. Stay safe.
See ya.
The fight calls me! Everyone! Get in here! Everyone! Get in here! Keep rocking, keep rocking, keep rocking, keep rocking, keep rocking, keep rocking, keep rocking.